I called my boyfriend. Guess what? We're going to be parents. The answer that came, it really shattered me. Because he said to me, Sheila, you leave me here, you go to Pretoria. Now Pretoria boys get you pregnant, you want to pin it on me. And I'm like, what? When I was in class that day, I had my baby. Then when he was starting to teach, I could hear the baby is becoming restless. Then I just unzipped the gym dress and then I took out. Yes, I gave to the child as I was taking her. And for me, nothing was really going on in my mind to say what other people are thinking. It was like, I'm in class, I have to take notes and I don't want the baby to disturb. The lecturer went out of the class running, going to the staff room and calling the colleagues and say, you can't believe what I just saw in it.
What has happened to us with teachers' colleges? You being a product of one.
The teachers' colleges, especially in Limpopo, there were many. There were about 27 of them. So at that time, they were producing many teachers and they couldn't be absorbed in the schools.
Okay.
Majority of people who completed around 1994, 1995, they couldn't work. Some of them, they even left Limpopo and Gauteng to go to Kuruman to teach there.
King David Studio Podcast.
I managed to get hold of Dr. Shila Mphahlele in the studio. Her story is quite fascinating and one that I think it deserves to be shared. A life of struggle, a life of strive, a life of taking advantage of opportunities, a life of someone that just doesn't give up. And also she doesn't give up on South Africa's young people. So she'll tell us more about it as we go. I hope you're well, ma'am.
I'm good.
You're great.
And I'm happy to be in front of you, actually.
Really? No way. Nah.
Yeah, I think a few years ago when I saw one of your podcasts, I even said to my son, I want to see myself talking to King David.
One day.
And my son was, Mom, you are a big dreamer. And in most cases, your dreams come true. And I believe this will come true. And when I told them it's happening,
they couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Tell me why is it that your son would say dreams come true, and why is it that your dreams always come true?
It's because I share all my memories with them. Most of the time that we spend together, I narrate my life with them. I just remember that when we grew up, our uncles, our grandmothers will share like the nonwane folk tales with us. And I didn't have to share that. I had to share my life.
Your life was good enough to be stories.
Yes. So they know everything that I went through since I was very young. I tell them about my friends that I played with, how I learned how to ride a bicycle, how many times I fell on a bicycle. And I was even stealing it because they were saying, you are a girl, you can't ride a bicycle. So when nobody's watching, I'll steal that BMX and be on top of it.
And figure it out.
Yeah, before you know it, my knees were wounded. Yeah, and when my grandmother will be like healing my wounds, will be swearing at me, saying, you don't listen.
Yes.
Yeah, and I didn't also give up on learning how to ride a bicycle. Maybe it started there, and I was very young, around the ages of 3, 4. That's when I learned how to ride a bicycle.
And never stopped.
Yes.
But the continuing theme of dreams that come true, what is it about you, or if you observe yourself, that your dreams do eventually come true? Yes, the stories is one thing.
Yeah.
And the dreams, we all have dreams. We all believe in something. We all hope to achieve things. Whether we take the effort to do that or not, we do believe that my life will get better one day. But you're saying yours, they have a tendency of coming true.
I remember when I was in high school back in 1989, there was this teacher. She used to look cute for me. She was like petite, and I dreamed to be like that teacher. And eventually I became a teacher.
There you go. And for the record, you're petite.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I just saw myself in her, and then I started dreaming to become a teacher. And another dream as I was growing up was that I wanted to see myself overseas one day. I had people talking about America, countries overseas, and I dreamed that one day I'll be there.
Yeah.
And my first flight landed in Heathrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hear it was a dramatic flight.
Yeah. Only when we landed at Heathrow, it was in 2007. I remember very well, it was in July. When we landed, they just shot someone that they thought is a terrorist.
At the airport?
At the airport.
And that's drama.
It was tense. And me being the first time at the airport, at least at OR Tambo, it was my second time because I went there accompanying my uncle who was going to England to work as a nurse. And then when I was there, my dream kept on like, one day I'll be like you, uncle. And there was a time when my uncle was going backwards and waving at us and say, now where I'm entering, you guys cannot come. And then I was looking at him and say, one day it will be me.
Yeah.
And indeed, in 2007, it was me going to England. And when we got there, it was tense. Plus, it was very early in the morning, early hours of the morning. And when we heard, it was a student. The thing is, he put on a hoodie and he was carrying like a backpack.
Backpack, yes.
Yes, that's where they mistaken him for a terrorist.
And that was your first international airport experience?
It was...
a tense airport.
Yeah, it was like, is it how... I didn't know any better. For me, it was like, maybe this is how it is.
This is common.
Yes, and after getting off from Boeing, and then we had to now board a small one to Manchester. So, yeah, I went to two cities in that
experience.
That experience, and then I had to see London.
Your childhood, where were you born, ma'am?
I was born in a small village called Ngwaritsi in the Nebo area in Limpopo. It is next to what they call Vleisboom.
Gotcha.
But nowadays, because we have social media, this place has now become common. I used to hear, because I listen to radio a lot, I will hear people at Thobela FM saying, I'm from Ngwaritsi, Lefakane, that's where I was born.
Yeah.
And I didn't grow up with my biological father.
Okay.
My mother got married when I was 6 years old to my current father. In our days, we say stepfather. But when I grew up, you didn't know that there's a difference between stepfather.
Were you aware that he was a stepdad?
I was aware because I knew my father actually. And many people think when you are a small child, you know nothing. I knew my father because he used to visit. I think by then I was 2-3 years because when I go to school, they were already separated with my mother. And when he came, I knew that he used to smell alcohol. In my mother's home, there were Zion Christian Church members. But I knew that the day I wake up, I smell alcohol, my father is here. And he would sing me this song. Zwan, 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 Remone, Wana uswana lili kalate. So then I knew that this is my father. But later on, he stopped visiting. And now I saw this other man coming. And people called him Dr Shila. Yeah, because
this new guy.
He's a new guy, but he's now my father. And you know, in our traditions, the firstborn, your parents don't have names. Like my mother is called Shila. Even my stepfather is called Dr Shila.
Yes.
And many people, I think, they are going to discover now through this podcast that Mashabela is actually my stepfather.
Is that his surname?
Yes.
Oh, man.
You are my brother. Yes. So many people don't know because even when they call him Dr Shila. So they just know that he is my father. Many people don't know. But I knew. And thank God we had a very good relationship with Ntate Mashabela. And even today, he's still
around, still
strong, supporting every graduation I went to. Yeah. Going back to the issue of stepfather, many people think if like you didn't see your father up until ages 2-3 years, maybe you will not remember. And believe me, in my home, they kept it a secret up until I had my own children, where my mother now felt she can talk to me about it. She talked to me about it when I was over 30 years old. But all along, I knew.
So what, they were operating with the assumption that you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't remember that gentleman that used to visit.
Yes.
You only know.
Yeah. But I remembered all these years. It's just that I couldn't remember his face. That was the sad part. And even as I grew up, the sound of his voice disappeared from my ears. But I always remember that he used to sing me the song.
The song.
And I wished every day that one day I will see him. One day I'll meet him. And it's just that my life got so busy that the time I wanted to see him, I found out he passed on.
Oh, so at some point you went on a search.
Yes, at some point I went on a search.
Yeah.
And before I even actually, what prompted me to start the search is when my mother started talking to me about it.
Yeah.
And she said to me, "You are now old enough to can handle this. Let me tell you who your father is." But unfortunately, the man that they pointed me to, he was not my father.
Really?
Yes.
Then why were they doing that?
When I don't know. When I met that man, I couldn't connect with him. And I was like, I don't know my real father, but this one, he is not.
Did you bring this up?
I brought it to my younger sister who comes after me to say, this happened, but I have a feeling that man is not my father. I felt like I can reach out to Utatako.
You got to that point.
I got to that point. However, I did it myself. I asked the man to say, can we do paternity tests? Fortunately, he agreed.
Yeah.
And then we did it, and it came out 99.9%, this man is not your father.
Oh, no.
So I can safely say to date, my mother didn't tell me who my real father is.
Did you bring it up with her? Because we said to you, this is your father, and you're still asking questions.
Yeah, because she thought, I'm just going to let it rest. But I didn't. Even when I did the paternity tests, I didn't tell her.
Of course you wouldn't.
Yeah. So afterwards, I involved my aunt, the bigger sister to my mother. And then I asked her to call my mother to her house so that we sit and talk about this. And unfortunately, you know how our parents are. She just said, Sheila, I told you your father, and then I don't know, when you are doing this, it means you are now insulting me.
And that's exactly how it goes.
Yes. And then I let it rest, because at least I knew, hooray, I have a father that I knew. Let me just one day drive to that village and ask.
So you had a sense of where to find him?
Yes, because my grandmother, back then when I was still young, my grandmother used to take me there. I used to know the names. And fortunately, I didn't forget the names of my aunts. I still remember them.
You're on your dad's side?
Yes, I still remember them. We used to visit. Sometimes we spent a night, and then in the morning, we went back to my mother's place. Yeah. Then what my aunt told me, the bigger sister to my mother, she said to me, you know what, when your mother got married, they called her and your stepfather. She told me that my grandmother told them that, as you know, this child is not Mashabela. Allow me to remain with this child so that she can continue to see her family.
True.
But they gave Ntate Mashabela a chance to say, are you with Kapale?
That's the question.
Then he said, yes. Yeah. Then they said, my grandmother said, if that is the case, you, Ntate Mashabela, and my grandchild's family, you will make arrangements on how
you do it.
They visit each other. Then I'm out.
And it clearly never happened.
It never happened.
Let's spend a second on this Kapale Namane concept. Because your real dad existed. and they knew who he was.
Yes.
They even knew where to find him. And then now Halere Mashabela is coming into the picture with Khapale Namani. Aren't you supposed to, and I'm asking a question that you may not necessarily have an answer to, aren't you supposed to then not only notify,
Yes.
but make them aware, gore ngwana rona wa nyalwa, and a nyalwang so, go na le mothako o motse le the daughter. Surely they must have an opportunity to have an opinion.
Yes, but it depends on maybe what they were thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dynamics of the relationship.
Maybe you will mislead the child. I don't know.
But you eventually did go to the aunts.
I did. Actually, I found one of my uncles. Then he told me, no, he passed on. And what pained me a lot is that he said he passed on in 2004.
Okay.
By then, I was an old woman. I was already working. I was even having my own place.
So you could have made an effort then.
But I just accepted. Maybe the journey of my life didn't include the script that God wrote for me.
That's true.
It didn't include that character in it.
However, did you get 2004 were you aware, had your mom already told you?
Not yet.
You see?
Yeah.
So that's another thing that you couldn't control.
Of course.
Because mom didn't sit you down and all of that. What a journey.
Yeah.
It's a common story, you know that. And it shouldn't be.
And it happens a lot. And you know why I now insisted on that journey of maybe looking for him? It actually happened when my daughter went to university. Because I started to now realize that my daughter can meet a boyfriend. What if that boyfriend is my brother or is even my brother's child?
Amazulu bathi wakabani when they meet a girl. But tell us about your family so we don't get this wrong.
Yeah.
Yes. So you were already thinking about things like that.
And what drove me more was the fact that I don't want my daughter to maybe get married to my brother or
Oh, your cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was growing up, it wasn't really bothering me much because I had a good father who was taking care of us. I didn't really have a reason to go look for this other father.
Dr. Mashabela and the role that he played, you say he continues to be an important force in your life.
Yeah.
You know, stepfatherhood is a complicated thing.
Yeah.
And probably one that you find one who's good and who does a good job.
Yeah.
You even use the word you were lucky.
Yeah.
You see, you use that phrase. Even fatherhood, hey, because South Africa, whether he's the real one or not, it becomes messy. But you say this man played a good and important role in your life.
Very good. I even want to start back then when they got married. They got married December 1982. By then, I did only sub-A at my mother's village. Then I had to now go to Mamune village where my father was staying. In January, my mother and my father, they had to go back to where my father is working. They left me with Dr. Mashabela's family.
Wow.
Meaning my grandfather and my uncles.
Married at the time? No.
They were married. They got married.
Just recently?
Yeah, December 1982. 1983, I had to start sub-B. So now they left me with Dr. Mashabela's family.
Yeah.
They were like new people. I'm starting new life. And where I came from my mother's side, I was the only girl, of course, and I was like sleeping with my grandmother, my mother's mother. We had our own bed, nice sheet when we sleep. When I woke up, I had my own little basin to wash my face. Now, I moved to a different environment. When I got there, you don't have your own basin, you don't have your own bed. When we sleep on the floor, all of us.
Sure.
We line up. Yeah, those were the things I had to adapt to. I had to adapt. But fortunately, the family was very loving. And even there, I was the only girl.
So the love was enough comfort.
Yes. and that's why I'm saying even neighbors, they will not know I'm a stepchild.
What?
My grandmother made them believe that they named me after her. She called me with her own name, Bebetse. In our culture, we say it's a Sereto. Yeah, she called me Bebetse. Then people just assumed, indeed, this is her first born son's daughter.
Yes.
And my uncle as well. I must say, I want to thank my favorite uncles, Uncle Kesa and Uncle Stepi.
Are they brothers to Mashabela?
Yes.
Yeah.
They really took care of me. By then, I couldn't wash my own clothes. They would wash my clothes.
I know, really, you're the only girl.
I was the only girl. Yes. But we had I'm not correct. I was the only little girl, but I had an aunt, a younger sister to my father. Yeah, but they took care of me. They made sure that my gym dress is pressed when I go to school. They ironed my clothes. I didn't know how to iron by then. Of course,
yes.
I was still
you were very young.
I remember Uncle Stepi will even roll a tissue for me and say, a girl should have a tissue in her pocket.
Wow, look at that.
And he used to tell me, when you get to the bathroom, ensure that you wipe the seat before you sit there.
What?
Yes, my uncle.
That's amazing.
You know, when I watch Skim Sam, seeing how they portray the love of uncles to their brothers' children, is what I experienced with my uncles. And another thing which really humble me a lot is when they introduce me to their friends or whoever, they don't say, this is my brother's child. They say, this is my child.
And they don't say, this is my brother's stepchild.
No, they say, this is my child. I most of the time, Uncle Kesa, some people will say, but your child, and how old are you? Then that's when he can explain. But some, they don't even explain.
It is culture, though, for and I find it a lot in Bapedi. I don't know if it's common amongst others, where a child doesn't belong to the person, they belong to the entire family. Yeah. And I know cousins are not cousins; they are brother to you. They're not yours. They're not your cousin. They're your brother. So that concept, you are saying, well, in real life, you experienced it. And with a foreign family, that was new.
Yes.
That's incredible, that love that they gave you. Did you ever, and I ask this really because sometimes, there are answers to these questions. Did you ever find out why they embraced you so much? And yet your dad, Mashabela, we created girlfriend, Amunyala, and Namani, and yet you were welcomed with love that couldn't be understood.
Even today, I don't know. I remember even May Mashabela, my grandmother, the way she loved me, she blessed me all the time. Before she died, she was telling me, Shila ngwanaka, ke nyaka o reke motoro mokoto.
Direct translation, you should buy a big car.
A very big car. And when I went and bought my current car, I even said I'm dedicating it to her.
To your mom, your grandma.
She needed what is best for me. And she even used to say, Wena, meaning you are going to be more educated.
Yes, exactly.
But I believe maybe she liked nursing even more.
Oh, that's why the epaulets.
When you see the epaulets, because my aunt is a nurse. Yeah.
Wow, incredible, eh?
Yeah.
So you had a relatively harmless, peaceful upbringing.
Yeah. And I like the fact that it allowed me to adapt to situations, to explore, having to move from, I can say, my mother's place, they were a little bit rich.
Okay.
In the sense
that's
that...
why you had your own bed.
Yes, in the sense that there were also animals like cows, cattle was there, sheep, goats, chickens. Like we eat meat like nothing.
Yeah. Because eating meat, in some parts of our society it should be an occasion.
Yeah, various kinds.
Yeah,
various, even turkey.
Oh no, that is.
My grandmother used to have ducks as well. She had like a little pond for them, and there was whatever tree you can think of in the yard, even granadilla.
What?
It was there, yes. So hence I'm saying they were very rich.
Yeah.
We drank milk that was still warm from the cow.
From the cow.
Yes. And then when I get to the other side, now I had to like imagine a jam that is made at home.
Because it wasn't there.
It wasn't there. My grandmother used to can fruits, like peaches. She didn't buy them. Yeah, but I had to move to a different world. But I adapted so fast. I remember my other uncle, may his soul rest in peace, when we came back during break from primary school, we used to go with a wood and a cup for soup.
Yes.
And during break, we go home. Where I come from, during break, we had money. My other cousin will buy like kota, and then we share.
Yes.
Then I moved to a different situation where now during break you have to run home.
Of course. Nothing out of the ordinary, but it was different for you.
Yeah, it was different for me. Then we ran home, and my uncle will say, let's run. And then I said, but there's nobody at home. Usually during the day they would go to the field.
Okay.
I don't know. As long as we go, we drink some water, we drink our soup, we go back to school.
Better than nothing.
I don't understand why that uncle of mine ended up committing suicide, because he used to motivate me. When we were having like pap without anything to take the pap with, he would just pour salt, mix with sugar and say to me, let's eat. And he would eat so passionately as if this is sweet. And I was like looking at him and saying, no, I can't eat it like this. I'd rather maybe eat the pap alone.
This mixture.
Yeah, this mixture. Even tomato sauce. He would just pour tomato sauce and then he start eating.
Yeah.
And then he said to me, Sheila, when food are not tasting good, he said to me, I make them
to taste
good. The way he would chew, you'll be thinking, indeed, this is good, and you'll want to join. When you join, you
realize it doesn't.
Yeah. So he was my biggest motivator.
Wow.
And that is why most of the time I kept on saying also to myself, when things are not good, let me pretend as if they are good. Then I'll be able to move on.
Great lesson.
Yeah.
It's an important lesson. There's a phrase that speaks of imagine the outcome you want and live the outcome you want than the situation you're in.
Yeah.
And that is the lesson that he taught you without even realizing.
Yeah.
You speak of his passing away. How old were you then?
It was in 2011, if I'm not mistaken.
Not terribly long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was after the death of my grandmother. I think he didn't take it well. And one thing which I think some of us, we should also notice is that when my grandmother passed on, most of us, we were working.
Okay.
Like the siblings that grew up at the same time, even though we were not of the same age. Like my uncle was 2 years older than me. I've got another uncle who was the brother whom I was 2 years older than him. But my grandmother and their mother were siblings.
Okay.
That's why I call them my uncles.
Of course.
So what happened was we all came with our cars and he was not working.
The one who used to motivate.
Yes, he was not working. And I didn't realize it at that time because we were busy arranging the funeral. But at some stage, I found him just sitting alone. And I said to him, I'm planning to go and check on the guys who are slaughtering a cow. Can you accompany me? I heard they are running out of knives. Let's take some knives to them. But that's when I asked myself why these guys didn't live with him.
Yes.
Because when I get there, it's my other uncles and cousins. They are busy, but he was left at home.
Yeah.
Then I realized only after his death that he felt left behind and also neglected.
Yes.
Because when we were talking, it's like you speak to someone who's driving a van to say, can you go fetch whatever? And then you speak to someone who has a car to say, can you rush and buy? Yes, we talk to people who have money to say, can you cover this? Can you? So he felt maybe he doesn't have anything to contribute.
Sure. Do you know what you're saying describes South African men in 2026.
Yeah.
Right as we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
That reality of being that unemployed uncle, cousin, brother, husband, and who's not able to make a difference in the household. And I think it's an it's a space that is not completely understood in terms of its impact on that man. Because you're describing him, almost 15 years ago?
Yes.
He was going through that then?
Yes. Because they said when they found him, he went, the mother has sent him somewhere to one of our relatives. He got onto the taxi, and then on the way, he just get off the taxi. He went to the field, then he hanged himself. And then they said next to that tree where he hanged himself, there was his CV. That's when I realized maybe he just gave up.
He could not do this anymore.
I couldn't believe how he gave up the person who used to motivate me.
Yeah.
Because during those times, I remember I didn't know what they call skambelele.
Sugar and water.
Sugar and water.
Yes.
I needed to see tea. And he was the one who will take a sugar and then put it on a flame so that it becomes brown and then stay in the water.
Yeah,
then now the water is brown and says, Sheila, isn't it you want tea? He said, here's a tea.
Wow. His role in your life was magic.
Yeah.
Wow. Surely the loss must have hit you hard.
Very, very. But it opened my eyes to say, if you are working, even if you have money, just ensure that you accommodate other people who don't have. I remember during the death of my mother's sister, my aunt, I haven't had a chance to just go immediately because I had work commitment, but I sent my son.
Okay.
I said to my son, take this cash and distribute it to some of my cousins when you get there so that they are able to make decisions. Because I didn't want to see a situation where we come with the money and then we just...
Lady boss.
Yeah.
It happens.
So I wanted them to have that money so that they can decide, I'm buying this, I'm buying that.
Got you.
But I said distribute it so that it's not also one person having the money.
That's wisdom.
Yes.
And you're saying that wisdom is drawn from those losses and the loss that you had. Yes. Yeah. It's such an important thing. That's wisdom. Just spread it across. Yes. Let them all feel the same power in these decisions. Even those who feeling, hey, marnaka shot guy. Well, you be the bad one then in the story. Hey? Wow. And somewhere in your life story as a young person, you are hit with teenage pregnancy.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell us about that experience?
That one, it's a very good one. Because when I was in high school, I used to tell my friends, I'm only going to have sex after matric. I don't want to have sex before matric because I don't want to have a baby while I'm still studying.
It was clear.
It was clear. I even met my boyfriend when I was doing grade 11.
Okay.
Back then it was Form 4. Then I told him the same thing. I'll only have sex after my matric. Then when he said to me, I'll wait for you, the love in me grew for him to say, no, this is the man who loves me. I remember finishing my last paper. It was the 30th of November.
Matric
1993.
Yeah.
It was on a Tuesday. On the 1st of December, 1993, that was the day I had sex.
Oh, no.
And I got pregnant. Same day.
Yeah. That first experience came,
Yeah. And I used to tell people that if maybe God planned for you to have a child, it will not matter what happens. That's why some people will tell you I got raped, or if that child was meant for you, it means she was meant for you. But
even if it comes with the difficulties that it comes with.
The sad part, I don't know, maybe I was paranoid. Immediately after that experience, it didn't even take long. I'm sure 5 minutes is long. It didn't take long. I was surprised. Is it how sex is?
It's done.
What did I just do?
Yes.
But at the back of my mind, I had that fear to say I'm pregnant. After 16 days, because I was expecting to see my periods on the 16th of December. The whole day I kept on going to the bathroom checking. Nothing came. On the 17th, nothing came. On the 23rd, I got on a taxi because the guy was staying far away from my home. And maybe let me share a little bit how did it happen for me to have a boyfriend that is far away from my home. There was a time at home where these Zimbabwe women came to our villages selling stuff.
Okay.
As they were selling, I looked at them and I told myself, I can make money for these women and for myself.
Okay.
Then I told them, can you leave your stuff with me? Because I can see sometimes you are selling, but you have to leave, go back to Zimbabwe, and you still have
Stock.
If you give me your stock, I'll sell it.
You know where to find me.
But before even that idea, when I was still in primary school, our father used to buy like fruits in bulk, like bags of oranges. And he was working at the bakery. He would bring some biscuits, some buns. I'll take that in the morning while my mother is still sleeping and go and sell
to fellow learners.
Yes. Even to the teachers. And they bought. So when I went to high school, I was not even carrying the bag of my books. The food that was meant to be eaten at home, I'll ensure that I take them to sell. Yes, I remember selling eggs. I would boil 30 eggs before I go to school, and then I carry that tray. There was this woman who now at the later stage became my mother's friend. She was also selling during break. And then she sold red mouths.
Okay.
These stock sweets.
Yes. That leaves your mouth red. Yes.
Then I told her, bring these red mouths. I will sell them in the class. I get now the break is over, but some they still want to buy.
They still have money.
Yes, I sold them. And then I brought her money. She gave me another pack. Before I know it, she would like give me 5 packs to sell for her.
Yes. Clearly making commission from these sales.
Yes. Then that's when I saw the Zimbabweans to say I can make more money than with those red mouth and stuff. Then they agreed. But the sad part, they didn't really pay me money. They would pay me with some of the items.
Yes.
But I still sold them.
The item they gave you would sell it.
If they give me a T-shirt, I sell it.
Yeah.
They give me a dress, I still sell it.
Sure.
So in that process, I would even go to the nearby villages during weekends and go and sell. That's where I met this guy.
Hey, Jeez.
Yeah.
So now you're saying you had to go to him on the 23rd or so of December?
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, and I told him I'm pregnant, and he said to me, you are lying. You said to me you are a virgin. If you are a virgin, you cannot get pregnant on the first day.
Yeah, lack of understanding and knowledge.
So, and because he was rich, the father had like supermarkets, farms, they had real businesses. Then he said to me, no, now you are one of those girls who saw an opportunity in me.
Ish. Was he a little older?
Yes, he was 9 years older than me.
Okay, yeah.
Then after he said that, and I said, okay, you will never hear from me. Don't worry, I will not bother you. And he said to me, I know you'll be back here telling me the child does not have diapers or milk or whatever. And I said to him, you will never see me.
That's crazy that he's saying you're lying, but yet he expects you to come back and ask for diapers.
Yeah. So I started to see myself having pride. I didn't know where it came from. Then I just left him. When my grandmother, my Mashabela, my grandmother, when she also found out, she said to my mother, can we now go to this family? Then my mother said, it's no use. If that boy is serious, we will see them here.
Well, but I get serious, Amalato.
Yeah.
I get
Eventually, my mother knew the family and knew that they are rich, and maybe she just realized that going there is just to embarrass ourselves. Yeah, let's just leave this one.
So you never attended to it at all?
They didn't attend to it.
Yeah.
And by then, I was waiting for my matric results. I'm pregnant. come January, the results were shown on the newspaper, remember?
Yeah.
And there would be your name, your surname, your everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
That horrible experience.
Yes. That day when the newspaper came out, I remember I was coming from fetching water or something when now my father bought the newspaper and even other neighbors, because they couldn't get the newspaper, they came to my home to check their names.
Because your dad bought the newspaper.
Yes. And people were seeing their names and they got excited. They even tried to look for my name. My name was not there. I've got this feeling sometimes when I feel like this thing is not going to work. Just like when I after having sex, I realized I'm pregnant. That feeling became real. Even when I saw them excited looking at the newspaper, I had a feeling I didn't make it.
Oh, no. But what else informed that thought? Did you know how you performed, at least while you were writing?
Not really,
Yeah.
because during those times, I think we even went to school during hard times. When we were in high school, that's where Bosatu were formed. Teachers started going on a go slow. At some stage, we had a strike that lasted, I think, for a month.
Yeah.
So the education was starting to
It's the 80s and 90s.
Yes.
It's the early 90s.
Yes, because I did my matric in 1993.
There you go. See, I could tell.
Yeah.
Because you and I, we had the same problems.
Yeah. So you were not even sure whether you did well or not. We were just even going to school.
Right on the verge of a democracy, we had problems.
Writing for the sake of writing.
Sure.
Yeah, we didn't, at that time, even if we had some dreams, but we didn't have courage to follow them through, any of us. Yeah. Oh. So there I failed my matric.
Yo.
And this is one thing I always even tell children at school to say, failing, it doesn't mean end of the world.
Not at all.
Yes, I failed my matric, but today I'm a professor.
Imagine that.
Yes. So I had to go back and supplement. I passed my matric through supplement.
So, Kayla, you don't go to class anymore, yes, and all of that.
I supplemented, then I passed. But I had to stay the whole year.
Of course, because actually, explain supplement. Those of us who know that time, because I don't know if it still works the same way. I think it does, where you write around March or April and all of that. But the rest of the year, you're still at home.
Yes.
Yeah, but and you get the results quickly enough. Because I know during Minister Njimutsecha, they introduced second chance, where they wrote March and I think June again, just so they can get another chance. So the year is not completely wasted.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now, because I was pregnant, I just had to stay home. During that period when I was pregnant, my dreams did not stop. I remember thinking that one day I'm going to work and I'm going to provide for my child. I didn't even want to think about the father. I didn't even think I should go and find something from him. I just told myself, come next year, I'm going back to school. I gave birth in August the 19th, my baby girl. And then January 1995. I went back to my high school and I told myself I'm going to be serious. By then, I remember my mother was not
to do what in high school?
To do matric.
Oh, supplement didn't work.
For me, I passed, but I wasn't really happy.
With the results?
Results.
What was wrong with the results for you?
I was doing mathematics and physical science and maths, and biology. Then I had passed physical science and biology, and I still didn't pass mathematics.
Okay.
And by then, we didn't have that thing of saying you can go and do only one or two subjects.
No.
You just register.
The whole thing. Then that I wanted to improve my maths. And then I told myself, for me to do better, I need to better my results and maybe get a chance to go to university. So that was not a nailing this exemption.
No, this exemption.
I passed S. Yes, as they call it. Yes.
So I went to school first week. My mother was not even very... She didn't understand. You say you passed. Why are you going to school? Then I tried to explain, but I only went for a week. During that week, one day I met one of my former classmates. He came to the school to get testimonial. I don't know why.
I remember that.
Colleges would say, go get a testimonial from a school.
Prove that you went to that school and they think you're a decent student.
Yeah.
Yes.
He came to get that testimonial. Then I greet him and I say, hey, where are you? He said to me, I'm at the college. Why are you here? And I said, no, I want to improve my subjects. And he said, but at the college where I am, they need people who did maths and science. It doesn't matter whether your maths is what simple.
Yes, the fact that you did it.
The fact that you did it.
Yeah.
I said, for real? He said, yes. And he said to me, I'm going back tomorrow. If you want, meet me. He told me a spot where I have to meet him. He said 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I went home that night. I told my mother. My mother was a strict person. If she says no to something, she said no. I told her without much faith, but to my surprise, she said, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then she said, how are you going to get there? I said, I still have my school fees money. I was supposed to pay the school fees. I didn't pay yet.
To register, yes.
Then, and it's surprising. Back then, we didn't have cell phones. But people were very reliable.
There he was.
That guy, Freddy Mapia, he's still my friend. He's a principal of one of the schools. He waited for me.
Wow.
But I'm one person, I'm punctual. I think I was there 4:30. He said 5 o'clock. 4:30, I was there.
Trust me, I know about it.
Yeah.
Because even today, we agreed on a time. She came an hour early.
Yeah, I'm very punctual. Then we got on the taxi. When we get to the college, Kwenamuloto College of Education, at the gate, we entered together. Then he showed me an admin block and he said, Sheila, there is the admin block. Then he left. I was like, then how? I thought he will take me to the people and say, I brought you the person. He just left me there. And I was holding my statement. When I entered, one guy said to me, can I help you? I thought it's the lecturer. As I wanted to give him my statement, another person was going down the stairs. I just heard he passed on in Date Rangongo. May his soul rest in peace. He was coming down the stairs. And then he said, hey, what's happening there? And I said, I'm looking for space. And he said, bring that paper, let me see. He took my statement. He went upstairs again. And I didn't know where he was going.
You don't know this place.
Yes, I was standing there. When he came down, he went to the admin people there and he said to them, register this person now. Then he said to me, yes, he said, do you have 250 rands? And I said, I don't. And he said, by Monday, it was Wednesday. He said to me, by Monday, you must come back with 250 rands, then you are registered. And already your peers are in class. If you are not here on Monday, forget.
Yeah.
You can't believe I heard last year that where Mr. Rangongo went with my statement, he went to the staff room where other lecturers were to show them my results. And among them, it was Dr. Shila Mphahlele.
Okay, wow.
He's the one who told me.
Yes, the story.
Yes, because he was one of my lecturers. And he said, when we saw your results, we said, we can't let this one go.
Wow.
It's late. People are already in class, but we can't let this one go.
Do you know how these things connect so well? You know, just being at your high school right on that day at that time.
Yeah.
And then that leads to all of this, which leads to your life now.
You see? That's why sometimes I say, if on your life script, because for me, life is like SOP. There are characters who comes in your life. Some, they fall off. Yeah. Some their stories get written further. Some their stories come to an end.
Exactly.
And then you drop them there, you move forward.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's the impact of your teenage pregnancy on the family. how did they take it once they found out? Because we grow up in a society where it's frowned upon. You know what happened, all of that. How was it taken in your case?
Unfortunately, in my village, once you get to matric during those years, it's like you are old enough.
Okay, yes, there is
having
that.
a baby at matric. My grandmother even used to say, Sheila,
Hey.
and by then I was still 17 years old because my peers were having babies.
Okay.
So back then it was not even regarded as teenage pregnancy.
It was.
Yeah.
This is how things are done.
Yeah.
So they didn't take it any way that was negative or anything.
Yeah, but the only person who was very disappointed was my mother.
Yeah. How did she express that disappointment?
We had a tough one. At some stage, she would treat me very bad, punish me. Actually, I just think that she just wanted to, as a parent, to punish me, to ensure that maybe I don't repeat this mistake. Even if she punished me, but she was there.
Oh yes, it's tough love.
Yeah, she gave me lots and lots of tough love.
Yes.
And I think my siblings, when they were looking at that, believe me, all of them, they became pregnant when they were working. All of them.
It's like, go.
I still have 2 of them that are working currently. They don't have children.
Yeah, are you saying your mom traumatized them?
Maybe they were traumatized.
Jeez. But what did she do exactly? Do you recall any of the punishments, for example?
Yeah, one of the punishments was that I didn't even drink the water from the same source with them.
Sure.
I had to put my water there in a small bucket. And at times, I didn't have to eat what they eat. And I would work, like I would clean the house and do the washing, do everything, all the chores. And the house is big.
Yeah.
Our home is 12-roomed house.
Big house.
I remember the day I got into labor the next morning, I was making the floor shine with a brush.
The day before labor.
As I was moving the brush, I could feel the pain. As I moved it, I could feel the pain. So you can imagine at 9 months, you still expected to like mop the floors. And if she wasn't, maybe I can say that disappointed. At the
She wouldn't have.
Yes, at the 9th month, she would say, take it easy.
Yeah, even earlier. Others will stop you way earlier than that.
Yeah.
But she said, hack.
Yeah.
Hurry.
So the other punishment was that when I had to go to college now, I came back with the good news. I was excited. I got some homies at the college who said, it's fine, Sheila, as long as you got the space, we're going to look for accommodation for you. When I go home, come back during the weekend. Come back on Friday or Saturday so that we help you get the accommodation. Then Monday you can be in class.
Was the college terribly far from home?
Yes.
Okay.
I come from a place called Mamune next to Jane First. From Jane First to Seshiro.
Get distance.
It's
Yeah,
distance.
No, I know. Mashabela, get what's Jane First.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, when I got home excited, my mother said, whoa, you're not going Friday, you're not going Saturday, you're not going Sunday, you're going to go on Monday morning.
Whoa.
I guess she's still angry.
The punishment continues.
Yeah.
And at this time, Mwana is born.
Mwana is born. It's about 4 months old. And to me, I was like, I'm going to go to school, I leave the child.
Shit.
In the morning, my mother had started packing my bags for me. She packed even like Prama stoves, groceries, everything. She even packed the things for the baby. So I couldn't even ask her, Ori,
what am I going to do with a child? Well, let's be fair, though, to her. This is a conversation that hasn't taken place.
Yeah, we didn't even communicate.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, us growing up with our parents, you don't even have to have a conversation. When they talk to you, they are sending you to get something.
That's true.
That's it. When you ask questions, sometimes you are met with a harsh response.
You're a child.
I didn't even ask, why are you picking also for
the little one?
Yeah, I just kept quiet. So she woke all my younger sisters. They had to carry those bags with me in the morning. around 5 a.m. in the morning. We went to the bus stop. She put me
The
on the
baby
bus.
is there.
The baby, I put the baby on my bag. There were like many bags. But one bag that I cannot forget was the one that we call Machangan bag.
The one with stripes. Yes.
I had one of that and other small bags. The bus wasn't even going where I'm going.
Even.
I was on the bus. The bus was going to Hamasemula.
Okay.
Fortunately, we didn't pay prior. You pay when you get off the bus.
Okay.
So the bus came to a point where it's no longer going anywhere, and I was the only person left in the bus.
Elele.
Then the driver says, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to Seshego." "Do you know where Seshego is?" "I went once last week, but I thought this bus is going there."
Next.
Next, he's not going there. But he helped me to go to the taxi.
With the baby?
With the baby, with all the bags.
Oh, man.
Then he said to me, "I won't let you pay. Just go, because I don't even know now how much will be needed."
Yeah.
And the worst part, I only have the money for the taxi fare. And then my father signed me a check.
Okay.
Pela, my father was a rich man. He used to have a briefcase. And inside the briefcase, he was only putting the checkbook and the pen that signs the check.
That's amazing. He was a big man.
Yes.
I respect him, because he could have easily put it in his pocket here.
No, the briefcase,
must carry this
the
thing.
checkbook.
It's carrying money.
So he signed a check for me of 350 rand.
For the school?
Yes.
Wow.
Because they needed 250, then I was going to get 100 rands back. So I went to the college. At least when I got there, it was Monday. People were already in class. I went to the clerks. I gave them the check. They registered me, but they said, "You're going to get a change after 10 days.
Yo.
Check is clear."
Yes, of course.
Now I need money to pay for the accommodation.
Yo. Wana.
Hey, I need someone to look after Ngwana.
Sure.
And the ladies who were helping me, they said, "Shila, but you didn't say you are coming with a child." So,
you didn't know.
And it's Monday.
You also didn't know.
I didn't know.
Yes.
Monday, Tuesday, I have to be in class. The very same Monday, we had to look for someone to look after my child. We found this old lady who agreed to say, "Okay, I'll look after the child." And then I had to bring the child in the morning. They found me an accommodation.
What?
In the room that they found for me, I was only safe when I was outside the room. When I was inside, I was not safe.
Explain?
Because the door, it didn't have a handle.
Oh, no.
So for it to close, you must put a cloth between.
Yes, so it's
so that
the door and the frame. Yes.
So when I'm outside, it had a shooter. Then
so you could shoot it outside, but not inside.
Yes.
Bad planning.
So that's why I'm saying I was safe when outside.
Outside.
Inside, no.
Oh, no.
And then I got there. The ladies showed me, they were like beer crates. You take beer crates. You make a bed.
Oh, boy.
You take a sponge. They had to find a sponge for me. There were those who are staying at the hostel. Then those who stay at the hostel, there were sponges at the hostel. So they would steal them for us.
Yes.
Who are staying outside.
Sure.
Then they borrowed me.
So the landlords are just providing you
with a
room.
Yeah.
You figure it out.
And it's a shack.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a shack. Then I had to put that sponge on top of those crates so that I can sleep with my baby.
Yo.
And everyone, when they saw me with the baby, they asked, "Is your mother still alive?"
Because it's unusual.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The question I had to answer is, "Your mother still alive?" Now,
how did that question make you feel, though, in the moment?
At that time, believe you me, I didn't see anything wrong with that. I just even told myself, this is my child. Or how can I expect my mother to take care of my child? It's fine. For me, it's fine.
Okay.
Although
I
expected some help, but later I just told myself, but this is my baby.
This is my problem.
And the fact that they are paying for my education, that was enough.
Yeah. Did Daddy react to the child at all?
No, he was happy to be a grandfather. Okay. My father really loves kids. He's every time there was a new baby at home, he will call a photographer to take pictures.
Wow.
Even my daughter have pictures.
What?
Yeah.
My kind of guy. Yeah. There must be lots and lots of pictures of the kids.
Yeah, he loves kids. Even when he's sitting, kids are always climbing over him. Even the grandchildren, they are really spoiled.
Wow. So this was good for him. It's
for him is nothing. There's no big deal.
Have you had a chat with your mom about that moment at all?
Not
that
yet.
Anger, that reaction, nothing. It's never happened.
Not yet. We never really had a conversation about it.
Wow.
Because I heard her telling other people when they asked to say, why do you let the child go? She said, she cried. She said she wanted to go with her baby.
So she would put it all on you.
Yeah, I know she wanted to protect herself.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that people are not saying, you are a cruel mother or something.
At no stage did you think what she was doing was unusual?
Not really.
Huh.
And I didn't see even any suffering about that, yeah.
I wonder how she felt about it. Anyway, we'll never know.
I'll have a podcast with her.
Yes, I think you should. A missed opportunity on my part. I always asked my mom to have a podcast with her, and she said no.
Yeah.
She said, I can tell you all the stories. I just don't need to do them in front of cameras. And she did tell me all the stories. Unfortunately, it's a missed opportunity. You should have a podcast with her. I encourage it.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
And then one day, I was taking my child to that woman who was supposed to look after her. When I got there, they said the old lady got sick during the night. They had to take her to the hospital. I have to be in class. You know, in my mind, I didn't even think of taking a day off from school.
Didn't.
I just went to class with the baby. And I was wearing the school gym dress with my father's shirt. It was a sky blue shirt. Most of the time when I was on campus, they thought I'm a high school.
Oh, because you were wearing school uniform. Why was that?
I didn't have enough clothes.
So school uniform made it easier. Yeah, because you can wear it over and over again.
The whole week.
Exactly. Yes.
So the little clothes that I had was for weekends.
I guess.
So now I went to class. This lecturer came in because I used to shave my head. I used to be bald most of the time.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Then he used to call me Jonas.
A boy's name.
Yeah. So when I was in class that day, I had my baby. Then when he was starting to teach, I could hear the baby is becoming restless. Then I just unzipped the gym dress and then I took out
your boob.
Yes, I gave to the child as I was taking it. And for me, nothing was really going on in my mind to say what other people are thinking. It was like, I'm in class, I have to take notes and I don't want the baby to disturb. I gave it. The lecturer went out of the class running, going to the staff room and calling the colleagues and say, you can't believe what I just saw in class.
And once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah. And other lecturers, they saw me with the baby after school. Usually what I'll do, I'll go fetch the baby and come back to campus.
Okay. So they knew there was a baby thing going on.
But they thought maybe it's my sister's baby or my younger sister.
You were babysitting.
Yeah. So that day they were like shocked about how.
She was breastfeeding in class.
Yes. And I guess even my height, they just thought it's my sister's baby. They didn't think it's my baby.
Sure. What an experience that, eh? And how did you have to spend a lot of time with the baby at school?
Yes, especially after school.
And that became common knowledge that everybody accepted.
There was this guy, now he's a principal in Lotus Gardens. He used to call me Mama Zala. And every time he met with me, he would say, I want to be the husband to that child.
Yeah,
I want to be the husband to that child.
That's what Mama Zala.
Yeah. So I used to be with my child, I think, until late. Even when I'm like reading, because my room didn't have a table where I can do
study.
my homework and study. So I will go fetch her, come back to the campus and work.
What? When you recall that time in your life, what thoughts come to mind? Because there's naturally there's a lot of resilience from all of that, but you seem to have done it so effortlessly that maybe even resilience is not the correct phrase. So, but when you recall that time, what crosses your mind?
That time, I didn't even, like I say, I didn't even think there was any way better than this. That's why it didn't bother me.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, schools will close, I'll go back home with my child and come back.
With your child?
With her. We spent the whole year
Wow.
at that college.
So the time is not, because people would say, oh, what a difficult time in my life. You're saying no.
Yeah. And I remember the winter of that year, it was very cold.
Of course, in a shack.
When we woke up, water was ice. Then I had to wash the nappies early in the morning, 4 o'clock. Sometimes when I want to wash them, I'll have to crack ice first.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And for me, it was like, it's something I have to do. I just have to wash. And I didn't have enough nappies to a point where one day I just had to cut a blanket into some squares. So
you can create nappies.
Yeah, because I would wash them early in the morning, the ones that she have to use during the day. When I come back, we don't have nappies anymore. So sometimes it rains when I'm at school.
Oh no!
The nappies are out there to take them. Then that's where I had to make a plan to have some more.
Because we also have to remember that you didn't have the money to.
You didn't have the money.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I was not even worrying about having textbooks or what. My worry was just to feed the child as well as to pay rent. Then I didn't even have a textbook. I didn't think of buying textbook.
Yo. How did you do though at school?
So what I did was I would borrow textbooks from my classmates, and then I started to photocopy with my eyes.
You would take pictures.
I would read a book and finish it in one night.
Sure.
And ensure that I know the content from first page to the last.
Yes.
When I give you back your book, it's in here.
You know the book better than the owner.
And again, what I'll do, I'll go and explain them what the book is saying. And as I now explain, I assimilate it even better. I remember we had this subject. It was it guidance? I think it was guidance.
Career guidance, yes.
It was taught by Mr. Mutana. He used to stand in front of us and say, it's about yeah. So he didn't expect us to pass.
So or the paper is going to be really
very
tough. Yeah.
But I passed his paper.
And you didn't have a textbook.
And that time, I was the only person who passed in the class, but I didn't have the textbook.
Sure.
And his textbook was in my head.
What do you say about that ability? Because you sound like you discovered it. You didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know. I just told myself, actually I was telling myself, let me just read. But as I was reading, I could see that I can memorize this.
Recall, yeah.
And ensure that I put them in my head.
Yeah.
And even that, after putting it in my head, I wasn't going to produce it as is. I would be able to even simplify it for someone when I'm explaining it.
What?
And for me, I just thought it's God's talent.
Have you carried through that talent throughout your career? Have you seen yourself? This thing I've mastered it.
I've even saw it recently. I do podcasts at work. Sometimes I'll have my notes. Then I'll read something that I want to say. Once they say, let's start, I can say that line.
Word for word.
Word for word, I say it. But if they say cut, we restart, I'll say it differently.
Same thought.
Same thought, but differently.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I have 4 pages here. I haven't seen a single one of them. Maybe I have the talent too.
I think you and I somehow
connect.
Yeah.
and you complete. How long was that qualification?
It was 3 years.
3 years.
But I was with my child for only 1 year.
What happened the following year with your kid?
My father now insisted that the child must remain at home.
He put his foot down.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had to stop breastfeeding.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah. And then I left.
He put his foot down. Or nix.
My grandchild is no longer going anywhere. And he even said, I must now go stay on campus.
They probably had a little fight about it.
I think so.
Yeah. and he let it play out.
Yeah. And unfortunately at that time, things were not going well for my father at work. There were times when they had stopped at work up until when I started working, my father was no longer working.
Oh no. Okay.
So during that time, I remember we didn't even have food at home.
Sure.
Had nothing. This one aunt of mine came to just see us. And when she got there, she found that things are bad. She said to my mom, pack your things, let's go. She put us on a taxi. We went to where my father used to work. Where he used to work because he had a room. He had rented a room there, just small room that he was meant for him. Our mother used to just visit him. But that time we had to go, all of us. It was during school holidays and we didn't have food.
What was the plan?
We didn't have a plan, but my aunt had a plan. When we got there, my aunt said to me, Sheila, let's go. We went to town. It is a place called Tafelkop. It's next to Groblersdal town.
Yes.
When we got there, my aunt bought 6 guava juice.
Okay.
She gave them to me and she said, you see these taxis? Go and sell this. And make money.
Yeah.
But selling it was something that...
It came natural. It came easy.
I went there. I hold the juices. Juicy. They bought them. I went back to her and said, Auntie, they are all gone. Then she said to me, you see, there are your peers here. Ask them where these are sold. Go and buy more and continue selling.
That's it.
I did that. Then I realized some are selling groovy and juice. Now I'm only selling juice. These juices are making little money. Then I saw a woman who was also having cold drinks, but they were not really going. And I asked her, can I sell your groovies? She said, okay. Because she could see that I keep on going back.
That means you're selling.
Yeah.
You're doing well.
And the way maybe I was talking to the customers, even if they didn't want to buy, they end up buying. Then she gave me 12 of the groovies. I started to say, juicy groovy, come on. then they finished.
Yeah.
When they finished, I asked one of the boys, where do we buy the groovies? Because I just know where we buy.
Yeah, you know the old lady stuff.
The juice.
Yes.
Then he showed me. I went there, I bought another 12. I sold it, bought another 12. Around 12 o'clock, the lady said, hey, do you want to say you still have the 12 groovies I gave you in the morning? Then I sold that 12. Yes. I gave her the money already. I made commission.
Of course.
Then now I continued.
Now you did your own business. You don't need her.
Of which some people can say that was fraud.
No. That's how business works. You learn the skill and you leave.
Yes. Then the following morning, I could buy bananas, groovies, and juice. You know, I made so much money that I managed to buy myself a suitcase. Yeah. When I went back, I left my Machangan back. I had to buy a hot plate, iron, and a kettle.
What? All this done during school holidays?
During school holidays.
Wow.
And then I managed to also provide for my family. At least when January came, our father managed to go back to work, and then we went back. And thanks to my aunt, may her soul rest in peace.
She gave you a skill.
Yes.
And because some people will just give you money.
I like the fact that my aunt didn't say, take money, take grocery. Because she thought that will not last.
No.
But if I gave them this, it will last. And it lasted the whole December. We had very nice December. I would make 1,000 rand a day.
Imagine that.
Yes.
She gave you something. She taught you how to fish. She didn't give you fish.
And I remember some of people who knew that I'm at the college. One guy even said, a teacher to be selling bananas.
Groovy juice.
Yes. and that brings me to something I used to tell my colleagues, that even if you see someone selling on the street, don't underestimate them.
Yeah.
That person, you'll be surprised, tomorrow can interview you, because selling on the street might mean he is just maybe making money to finish his studies. Yeah.
Interesting you say that. I sold a train in Pretoria. I sold oranges, shelling apple, shelling orange. And my mom didn't know.
Yeah.
I was selling for some lady as well, like you. And as soon as she found out, she said, my son is not going to do that kind of work.
Yeah.
I have bigger dreams for you. And so I guess we all tried solutions to solve some problems in our lives. And look at how in the long run it worked out.
Yeah.
That's amazing, hey?
And it's very sad that nowadays I do lots of businesses, but for free.
Yes. You don't...
I don't make money out of the businesses I do.
Kind of what happened to you? You lost your entrepreneurial touch. Now you give money and talent away.
For me, I feel fulfilled when I see people get empowered without having to pop out.
That's true.
A cent.
Do you know what? It's an important thing that, because not all of us are fulfilled by money. And that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Let's carry on. I'm enjoying the story and I absolutely love the way you tell it. And now you get to a point where you finish your
diploma.
Your diploma. I want to talk about the value of, and as a teacher, because inherently you're a teacher of kids in a classroom, you're a teacher of adults in a classroom. Mm-hmm. And as a result, you understand the teacher, the role in society. What has happened to us with teachers' colleges? You being a product of one.
The teachers' colleges, especially in Limpopo, there were many. There were about 27 of them. So at that time, they were producing many teachers and they couldn't be absorbed in the schools.
Okay.
I remember we were the last group in 1995. They had to close.
That's when they were reforming the system. Yes.
Majority of people who completed around 1994, 1995, they couldn't work. Some of them, they even left Limpopo and Gauteng to go to Kuruman to teach there. Then at that time, also when I just graduated in 1997, there was no vacancies where we can work. I can say I was just fortunate during the graduations of 1996. I came up with a drama.
Okay.
And then I asked some of my classmates to say, let's do this drama. The drama actually was a little bit about what I experienced, the child who gets pregnant. But in my drama, they had to go and present the case to the boys.
Okay, the family.
But when they got there, the family was arrogant.
Okay.
I didn't even tell the people that were acting out with me to say, actually, this is my life. On that day, as we were performing, little did we know that the late Ntate Mahuma Paul Rabezwa from Thobela FM was invited. He watched our drama.
Yeah.
And immediately afterwards, he needed the person who came up with this drama. That drama ended up going on air in Thobela FM.
Yes.
And he even changed its name. He called it Basenje Sekgotse. Because by going to the boy, they wanted to now form the relationship, but the relationship was never there.
Yeah.
And then after that, I now remained with Thobela FM. I started now to become a drama artist.
Hey, Lele. From school to drama artist.
Yes.
And you hung around there quite a bit.
I hung around quite a bit. I worked with Bo Mankoko Mukari, Bo Naftali Mateja. The last time I saw him was at Capricorn FM. Bo Sibasa Morale.
Yes, those are Kiringangazatem.
Yes, so yeah, we did drama there. And sometimes I used to just feature in the youth programs.
So what was your role at the time? And within Parking Towela?
No, I was a drama artist.
You were a drama artist, yeah. You're a performer.
Yes.
And not necessarily a writer.
No,
yes.
I didn't continue with the writing.
Yes.
I just...
Did you enjoy that time?
Very much. Actually, I was even looking into starting to write. But at that time, my father was no longer working.
Yeah.
And the pressure of hunger made me not to stay around. I desperately looked for a teaching job.
So what you were getting from SABC wasn't good enough?
It was very little.
Yeah.
Because per episode would be paid 75 rands.
Yeah, because an episodes, were they playing every day? Not necessarily.
Some, like we had like those that will go every day, but you don't feature every day.
Oh yes, of course. You're a performer. You have to be cast
Yes.
in the episode.
Yes.
If you're not, there's no money.
Every day you have to wake up and be there because you don't know when your name will be called.
And hope you get a gig. So there were days where you could go and not work.
Yeah.
And not get paid.
You see.
People don't know that.
They don't know. They don't know. And that's where I realized this is my passion, but I've got this pressure.
You have such an eventful life. Your profile reads of karate.
Yeah, I played karate from high school. I was the first girl in my high school to play karate.
Yes.
Yes, and it was quite refreshing for me. I remember my grandmother one time telling my mother that she shouldn't allow me to play karate because I will not have kids.
Yes, I
played karate. I played soccer at some stage, even at the college. And when I came to Atteridgeville, in 2002 looking for a teaching post. Then I looked for karate dojos. I couldn't find one.
You were still committed to being a karateka.
I love sports, but later I resorted to tennis. And I'm running as well. Yeah.
Incredible. Sharp. You leave SABC.
I left SABC. I remember going to a private school.
Yeah.
I found a job at private school. They were paying us 1,000 rand in a brown envelope. And at that time, teachers who were working in schools, they would go home with Boma 3.7.
So Luna.
1,000.
So clearly they were dodging the system slightly.
Yes. And they would tell you there are many out there who wants this job.
Which is unfortunately true.
And I laugh when I always remember how I got fired at that school. I got fired.
Yes. Oh, you told someone.
I got fired because they told us, this is a private school. Parents pay a lot of money. And all parents want is to see lots of work in the backs of their children. There must be lots of worksheets, a lot of homework.
That's why those bags are always so heavy.
Then I said to the owners of the school to say, no, now I'm here to teach. I want learners to be taught. I want them to understand what I teach them. Because at the college, I've learned that I need to group learners, learn in groups, discussions. I'll do that. We will discuss. One day they called me to office. Sheila, your class is always noisy. You're always laughing with the kids. Kids are not supposed to be your friend. We know they are your age, some of them. Because I remember there were 3 of them that were older than me.
Okay.
When I started...
high school?
Yeah, I was. Yes. It was private school starts from primary to high school.
Okay, yeah.
So I would even teach the high school ones. So I was also teaching English. So I had to teach them how to write a letter, a formal letter. Then I remembered that in my schools, they taught me how to write a formal letter to order books.
Okay, yes.
I never ordered books in my life. So I even told the kids that I was teaching at that time to say, all the time when we write a formal letter is to order something but mostly books. And I don't think any one of you will order books.
Okay.
So now, today, I'm going to teach you to write. You're going to write a complaint letter.
Okay.
Because they were wearing this uniform, ya Krembelin. Then I said to them, you're going to write a letter to the manufacturer of your uniform. You complain about your uniform. And I said to them, in whatever stage of your life you might want to complain about
something.
So I want to teach you how to write a formal complaint. So that letter was seen by the managers. Yeah, so they called me, Bariwe, now you're causing trouble here.
You're teaching your kids to complain.
Then the other letter, I gave them a choice to say, it's either you write a letter to complain or you write a letter to another school asking them for space for next year.
You were causing trouble.
Yeah. They put 52 rands. I remember 52 rands, 50 cents in that brown envelope. They gave it to me. They say, please walk out of that door and gate. Don't look back.
Never come back.
They fired me. They gave me money for transport. Yes.
What you're saying reflects a lot on a lot of things. I'm interested in the letters.
Yeah.
Because the letters are a reflection of our education. And they are a strong reflection of our apartheid education as well.
Yeah.
How we were taught to work.
Yeah.
Because ordering books is you're taught to learn a skill so you can go and apply this when you're working for someone.
Yes.
What did you find about our education system during that time? What you were taught as a teacher, remember you were still teaching apartheid education because it was just before, and actually it was in transition, but the education system took long to change. Still changing even now.
Yeah.
As we are recording this conversation about changing the history curriculum, and it's still in discussion. So when you reflect back on what we were taught as abantu abamnyama, what comes to mind?
It's very sad for me, even looking at what I learned. Most of the things that I learned, they really didn't help me much. I remember learning how to write phonetics.
I remember that. We all remember those funny hefts.
Yes, but even today, it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And when I became a teacher, I just told myself, I'm going to rectify anything that I feel it was wrongly done to me. As I'll be teaching the learners, anything that I felt like I'm not benefiting to, I'm going to now make it beneficial.
Got you.
Yeah. So that's why I was always that teacher who was on the spotlight. Yeah. I remember now, after leaving Seshego area, going home, looking for, like I'll work for 3 months at the school, 2 months at the school when the teacher has gone for accouchement. There was this one school in the area called Pokwani where instead of me working 3 months, I ended up working 5 months. Because I went there and I did senior primary teacher's diploma, meaning I had to teach from grade 4 to grade 9. But when they asked me if I can teach foundation phase, I said yes.
Which is much, much lower.
Much lower from grade R to 3.
Yeah.
Then I had to convince these teachers to say, the way you teach, I feel like is not right. Let me show you how you can teach better. And I don't even mind to help you write out your plans. The principal liked that. And when 3 months lapsed, he had to go and ask the lady who was in accouchement to say, talk to your doctor to extend your leave.
Your replacement, what is?
Yeah, we still want to learn from this person.
Yes.
The lady did that. So when the principal asked her to extend again, then she felt like I'm losing my job.
Yes, Iwana. You don't want me to come to work.
Then she refused.
Yes, understandably.
And by that time, I got another temporary post. That was my last one in Limpopo, because that was when I got a break to go to Pretoria. But how did it come that we go to Pretoria? My father used to have a venture.
Okay.
So I heard about posts that were available in Gauteng because they would like publicize them in a gazette, and there were many.
Okay.
Then I asked my father, can you borrow us this venture? Then we found a driver who's going to drive us. I called some of my friends who were not working. So we went. We were making like, you'd make 100 copies of each.
CVs.
CVs 100, ID 100, everything 100. We went. I would just wear a T-shirt and a jean, and then I put a toothbrush and a toothpaste in the pocket. I'm one person, I don't like handbags. Yeah, I would just go like that. And we will spend nights traveling around Gauteng, dropping those applications.
From one part of Gauteng to another?
Yes. And there was a time when we were here in Gauteng, someone told us that in Free State they are also posts. We drove there.
Venture?
Yeah. we drove to Free State. At some stage, we were in Velko.
Do you know, it's always interesting. There's a big, what you're talking about makes me realize generations can be very different.
Yeah.
You are that generation of dropping off CVs.
Yeah.
And committing to an entire process of doing that. Yeah. I am that same generation. How we unlocked opportunities in Gauteng was exactly that.
Yeah.
The way you knock and ask and then you leave it. You knock and ask and you leave it. And you did exactly that.
And police used to be angry at us. We used to be in the police station the whole night.
Printing and
certifying.
I forget.
We would sit with the police because I'm a talkative person. As long as people are with me, the police will keep on signing.
Certify is a job all on its own.
Yeah.
Wow.
Certified. So fortunately, in 2002 July, I came for an interview in Pretoria.
So one of those submissions worked out.
Then I came for an interview. One thing I even tell my colleagues even today is that if you don't want to hire me, don't shortlist me. Because once you shortlist me, there's no way you will not hire me.
You're in trouble.
Yes. Then I got shortlisted. I went for that interview. And yes, they were impressed, but they didn't hire me.
Oh, no.
They said they needed, because it's a primary school, most primary schools had lady teachers. They needed a male teacher.
Okay.
So they didn't hire me. I went home. And remember, they just don't tell you, you don't know. Sometimes you just sit with anticipation.
And wait.
When I was home one day, somewhere in July, I went to another school where they said there's a 3 months temporary post to drop my CV. Actually, sometimes you at Limpopo, you come with your CV that morning. They take your CV, they check it, then they will call you for interview the same day.
Okay.
You don't go away. This village, there's no public transport going to that village. I was wearing high heels. Even today, you can see.
Yes.
I was wearing this high heel. Then I was asking the little boys I met on the street, do you know this school? They looked at my shoes. They said, you can't.
You won't get there.
You won't get there. And I said, just show me the direction. And they said to me, the only way for you to get a lift is if you catch a bakery in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, because it goes that direction.
Yes, that's it. Otherwise, you just have to walk. I walked. I walked. When I got there, they said the principal is going to photocopy the questions. The interview questions.
Where is he going?
Somewhere where there are shops.
Oh, boy.
Then we sat. As we were sitting there, a phone call came to say to me, Sheila, are you working now? No. It's the principal of the school in Pretoria where I went for interviews. We need you today to sign the forms.
To say you're available to work?
Yeah. It was around 9 in the morning. But today in Atteridgeville. I'm in Limpopo. Sheila, I will wait for you. Please come. We have to ensure that these forms in the morning, they are in the district office.
The following day, and they must be signed.
Whatever time you arrive, you'll find me here.
So had they interviewed you?
They interviewed me where they employed a male. So
Okay.
I was number 2.
So that male story.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was number 2.
Yeah.
And still, it was not a permanent post. They were calling me for a temporary post. But I'm sitting here waiting for the principal. I don't even know whether I'll get this one. And then this one, they say I must come sign. I told the people who were also waiting to say, guys, bye-bye.
Kishap.
I'm going to Gauteng.
Yeah, the principal is making photocopies.
The worst part, I didn't have money to go to Pretoria. On that day, I was going to get paid the next week, Wednesday.
By one of these part-time things you've been doing.
Because I was in another primary school.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the check. The check that I never took to bank. I was cashing it at the shop nearby. During the month, I would ask the shopkeeper to give us a grocery.
Then you'll bring the check.
And because sometimes you don't even get it. It can take 3 months.
Of course.
But the shopkeeper at least agreed that we can take the grocery because he knew the check is going to come. And then he give me the remaining. I didn't have money to go to Pretoria. Now I had to take the long walk again. As I was walking, the telecom car came. I stopped the car. The guy stopped. But he said to me, I can't give you a lift. This is a work car. I pleaded with him. He gave me the lift. When I was now on the third road, I could get a taxi. I got to the taxi rank. I looked at the taxi owners. And I just approached one of them.
You didn't have money?
I didn't have money.
And you have to go to Atteridgeville.
Yes. I approached one of the taxi owners. They said, it's Ntate Mampuru. I just said, Ntate Mampuru, like I. How? You know me. Yes, I know you.
You didn't?
I did know him. I was like always.
Okay, all right.
Okay. They call each other.
Come on, that's
yes,
fun.
We end up knowing them.
Yes.
I said to him, I just got a job in Pretoria, but I don't have money to go there. Can you borrow me? I'm getting paid next week. I'll pay you.
Yeah.
Then he looked at me. Are you sure you're going to pay me, Gary? Definitely. He just reached his pocket. He gave me 150 rands. He didn't even ask me how much you want.
What?
But he gave me 150 rands. Then I got into Pretoria taxi. Off I went. I arrived, I think, around 4.
Blood Street. Park Station.
I arrived at Mashabela.
Yes, of course. Yes, that's Blood Street, actually.
Yeah.
That's Blood Street.
Then I phoned them to say, I just see many people selling stuff. They said, yeah, when you are in Mashabela.
And you're not very far from Atteridgeville.
Just go on another taxi. We are here waiting for you. I signed. That's where I got my break of becoming a teacher.
What?
And I went back home. I got paid on Wednesday. I went to cash the check. I even said goodbye to the shopkeeper. Now I'm going to Gauteng. I'm no longer going to be paid with a check.
Yes, life is different.
I thanked him so much. Him and the wife, they really carried me. Then I went to the taxi rank. I couldn't find
Ntate
Mampuru, but I gave to one of his drivers. To say, please, this money, give it to Ntate Mampuru.
Ntate Mampuru, if you're watching this, she paid you back.
I paid him back.
Maybe you didn't get it. Let's blame your driver.
Then I came to Pretoria. And at that time, when I came to Pretoria, my mother just gave birth to our last born. To my last born younger sister. Yes.
What?
And my father was no longer working.
And at least you're getting a break.
Yes.
At least you're getting a break.
And I just, it was a sad thing because at that time I got called, Gojen First Comprehensive, to say you got a temporary substantive post. I was supposed to start on Thursday, but I looked at the options and I said, Gauteng have better options. I rather go to Gauteng. My father even was worried that, are you sure Ngwanaka Kere Papa? I'm sure because here there are no many opportunities. Let me go.
And which school did you teach in Atteridgeville?
Seshirong Primary. Now is converted to Seshirong High School and is now at Oliven. It's no longer in Atteridgeville.
In Atteridgeville.
Yeah. I got
because, okay.
Yeah, they were calling me Mem Shoti.
Because you were their height.
Yes, they called me Mem Shorty. And the principal, Mem Shongwe, was very good to me as well as my family, because my younger sister who comes after me ended up working as her helper.
Okay.
When her helper didn't come back, certain school holidays. And my younger sister at that time, she just got her degree from the University of Limpopo as an accountant, but she went
and worked because she couldn't get a job.
Because even the situation at home, I didn't tell you, we are 7 girls. I'm the firstborn. Then she was coming after me. As I was working in this temporary post, I was paying for their fees as well.
To go to school. So she just completed. Then I had second-born now, and the responsibilities were starting to be a little bit heavy. Yeah.
So she agreed to go and work there. And that was where she also got her break. Because as she was working at Mem Shongwe's place, Tate Shongwe is a businessman. So one morning, Tate Shongwe says to the wife, tell our helper to clean my study room. I have interviews today. Then she asks, who are you interviewing? And I need an accountant. Then Mem Shongwe, our helper is an accountant. Then they hired her.
Wow.
She got promoted
from cleaning the house to running the finances.
Yes, and because she was fresh from the university, Tate Shongwe took her for training. Yeah, she took her for body sage training. She now had to understand payroll, the softwares. Today, she's a manager, HR at University of Pretoria.
Your career sticks around the Atteridgeville appointment for quite a bit.
Yeah. When I got to Atteridgeville in 2002, actually, I didn't have a baby, my second born at that time. I got pregnant during, you remember the summit? There was this big summit. Schools had to close.
Yes.
In August.
I remember that.
2002.
Yeah.
I just started working by then. Then I had to go home. When I go home, I already had a boyfriend at home. Then that week, because now I was not going to work and he was going to work, I spent some evenings at his place. Then that's when I got pregnant with my son.
The second one. Yeah. And the first one is slightly older now.
They are 9 years apart.
Yes.
Then I got pregnant.
Yeah.
I realized when I was back here, because I started not feeling so well, I went to the doctor. The doctor said, you are pregnant. I was very excited. I called my boyfriend. Guess what? We're going to be parents. The answer that came, it really shattered me. Because he said to me, Sheila, you leave me here, you go to Pretoria. Now Pretoria boys get you pregnant, you want to pin it on me. And I'm like, what? He
was dealing with his own issues. Yeah.
But later he came back to his senses. And we accepted that we have a baby. And in 2004, January, actually they came to my home. My uncle, my mother's home is it was my uncle and my aunt. My mom is last born.
Okay.
So my uncle passed on December 2003. Her daughter, my cousin, was assisting me with my boy.
Yes.
At that time. Then when my uncle passed on, at least it was December, school holidays, so I had to go and assist. Then my boyfriend then, who was now my ex-husband, told me that his family wants to come to my family to acknowledge the baby. The baby was born in May 2003. They came in December.
Sure.
Actually, it was first week of January. Why I'm saying that, because our marriage we signed on the 4th of January. So they came that weekend, New Year. So that day they were busy with my family. Now I was cooking and making sure that we have visitors, they must eat. Whatever they were discussing,
Of course, yeah.
I wasn't part of. Then...
And I guess it's over, you're not part of it.
Then when they were about to leave, I get called. They say, Sheila, you need to pack your stuff, and with the kids, you go with Dr Mphahlele. And then...
Was this discussed with you before?
No.
With the guy? He didn't...
No, the parents discussed.
I get that, but I get it.
No, he didn't. I didn't know. It was just a surprise, but I must go with them. Now, what I knew was they coming to see the baby. They haven't seen the baby. They are coming to acknowledge the baby and see the baby. But now here we are. We are going. From what I heard, the reasons they gave is because I'm working in Gauteng, so there might not be time. Rather, the children come and know their father's place, and then because we're gonna go back to Gauteng.
We have to pause and understand.
Yes, it's my boyfriend.
Mari, you didn't know that Wanyal.
No.
He didn't tell you.
He didn't tell me.
How things were done, eh?
Like
so instead, the parents know, but you don't know.
I didn't know. Then we go. I didn't even take it to Urgilinyalo. The way they explained, Barry, I needed to know his home, and also the kids know his home, because I will be going back.
Soon you'll be going back to work.
And at that time, I was the only one working in Gauteng. And he was working in Limpopo.
And
then I just understood, or okay, it makes sense. Or I'm gonna go. Let me just go. This is the gist part. It was on a Sunday, on the 3rd of January. We go there, we sleep. Early in the morning, he wakes me up. Sheila, prepare yourself. My father wants to talk to you.
Okay.
Then I wake up, I bath quickly, I go sit in the dining room. The father comes and say, Manaka, as you know that you're working far and we normally don't have time, now I want you guys to get married. So now I want you to go to Lewahomo so that you ensure that you register your marriage.
Le commissioner.
I didn't have, or my parents didn't have a cell phone by then. I had a cell phone. Then he says to me, we discussed this with your parents yesterday. They know about it. You should, because immediately he saw that I'm a little bit puzzled, and he said, no, we talked to your parents yesterday. They know it. I couldn't imagine an elderly person lying to me.
Of course.
I trusted him.
100%.
Then we went to Liwaho. It was just the two of us. We got there. He told the magistrate, we are here to marry. Then the magistrate said, where are your
Where's everyone?
witnesses?
Yes.
He phoned his two cousins.
Your husband, then ex-husband, yes.
He phones his two cousins. They come. So now we had to pretend that the other cousin is my cousin. The other one is his cousin.
Yes. So you're both represented.
And the magistrate could see something is not right here. Because even when now he asked us, how are you marrying each other, in community or out of community? Then I looked at him. Immediately he said, in community of property. The man even shook his head. But he continued. I'm sure wherever he is, he can remember that there was this weird wedding
that took place.
No one to take pictures, nothing. And we didn't even look happy. I know I wasn't happy.
Why were you not happy?
Because things were just
moving too fast.
Hey, I couldn't even ask anyone or what is happening here.
But couldn't you pause him and say, Mren, Ranyalana? Because as I asked earlier, he's never said anything to you. Instead, he's talking to parents and everything.
And Ellen, one thing at the back of my mind was I didn't want to look like I'm hiding something, or maybe I don't want to be in a marriage because there are things I'm hiding, or especially that I'm the one who's away.
That's true. So maybe... And
already when I reported my pregnancy, it came with some suspicions.
Yes.
So I was caught between.
Ooh. And you agreed. You went ahead.
We signed. Then I went back home. I didn't tell my parents. I wanted them to bring it up. They said they agreed.
That's true.
I waited to hear it from them. Then they didn't.
They never said it.
They didn't say anything.
Elele.
Then I went back to Pretoria, and there I sensed what just happened. And now I'm married. My parents don't even know.
What a crazy story.
Yes. Then, yeah.
Did you get a chance
January.
to speak to them? To your parents at some point?
No.
Nothing. You went back to Atteridgeville.
I went back to Atteridgeville. Life went on. And there was a time around, it was January. Okay, the year ended. Because now the 2004 ended. Then towards the end of 2004, before 2004, he got a job in Vereeniging.
Okay.
So at least he was closer. And then we moved in together in 2005.
Okay.
That's when I got a permanent post. You can imagine I got my diploma in 1997.
Wow, it took you that long.
But I only got permanent post in 2005. So he also got a permanent post in Soshanguve, 2005.
What discipline was he into?
Commerce.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we moved in together. He moved into where I was staying. Then I thought now things are going to.
Before you moved in together, while you were still in Limpopo, were you able to? How was the relationship?
It was that long distance relationship where he would visit.
Come and then you would visit.
When schools are closed, and then I go there. But another thing, I had to take my firstborn to come. After giving birth to my son, I spent 3 months without a salary. Then at home, they were expecting something from me. Now I felt guilty, or my daughter is there as well.
And you're bringing nothing.
I bring nothing. So I had to take my daughter in May to come and stay with me. And by then it was very tough.
I can imagine, eh?
Yeah.
Yo, how did you even survive?
There were some colleagues who were assisting, like I would borrow here and there, and I survived. I remember sometimes I would just have a maize meal and then sugar, salt, and cooking oil. And I'll mix them and do putu. And we just ate with my kids.
You're going back to the days of your uncle.
Yeah. And at some stage, my son was nearly diagnosed with malnutrition.
Cho.
Because we were not really eating healthy.
No.
And I was even still breastfeeding. Whatever I was eating was not.
That's not good enough.
Yes.
The difficulties.
And at that time, I was a teacher. I had to.
But what was wrong with this 3 months thing? What is that?
One of the teachers who was supposed to submit my forms at the district didn't submit them.
And they made you drive all the way. You remember that night?
Yeah.
That day where you had to drive from Limpopo?
But what it happened at the time where Meshongwe got an accident, she was shot.
Oh.
After work. Now she was hospitalized. So this person who took over messed things. Meshongwe was not there. And I suffered. I remember I didn't even buy clothes for the baby because I thought I'm going to get paid in April. And then in April, I'm going to buy the clothes. I'm giving birth in May. So starting from April, I didn't get paid. April, May, June, 3 months.
So when you were giving birth,
I didn't
have anything.
Anything.
And the timer go Limpopo, the father to your second born?
That one, I get it since then.
Oh, kind of really, yeah. Moto boyfriend go Atteridgeville.
No, that one is the father of my son. The father of my daughter. That time, I want to. I'm taking advantage because he's rich.
Yeah. What?
But this one said, okay, of my daughter.
Yes, exactly.
Because of the experience I had with my family, I didn't have a problem.
No.
He even asked me, Shila, we shouldn't tell this baby or I'm not his father. But at the back of my mind, I knew that she will just know like I did.
Yeah. At least you had this experience.
I had the experience.
Yes. Wow.
So being in the marriage, it didn't turn out so good. Because I remember 2005, once we got our permanent post, I was so excited and I said to him, let's further our studies. I used to share my dreams with him to say, I want to see us one day driving body Porsche, Ferrari, staying in double-story houses,
good life.
Having a good life. I don't know. For him, maybe he just saw that as dreams that will never come true. But he agreed. In 2005, we went to TUT, we furthered our studies. During that time, he wasn't really that keen because he would go to class some days. Some days he would just park outside, wait for me while I'm in class.
Even.
I would write some of his assignments. One day, one lecturer came to class. Who is Mphahlele MA and Mphahlele RSS? The class laughed. Then the lecturer said, what's wrong, Marke, husband and wife?
Yes, that's why.
Okay, I
can tell.
Now he had an answer because the assignments he would get Boma 87. I'll write in such a way that when I get 90, he gets 80. When I get 80, he gets 70.
Yes.
But come the test, he will get 50. I still get 90.
So you could they could tell there's something wrong here.
So fortunately, in TUT, I graduated cum laude. I was doing leadership and management. Then later, I asked myself, what am I going to do with leadership and management? I'm going to wait for the deputy principal or the principal to die
until
so that I can be
get the job. Yeah.
Then I deviated to do inclusive education at UNISA. But before I even come to UNISA, after that year, 2005, after we graduated, my ex-husband said to me, Sheila, there's no money that is going to leave this house, Maria Registara. No more registering.
Why was he so stern about that?
I don't know. And at some stage, when we bought a house, we were struggling financially. I had to sell some stuff. I had to sell bread in my house, cold drinks, so that the neighbors, because there were no shops nearby. So my house became a spaza shop.
Where was this?
At Ridgeville, Kalafong Heights.
Okay, yes.
Before the art lane.
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that very well. So, long before art lane.
Yes. Then he said to me one day, if I wanted to marry a businesswoman, I would have done that. So now I just want a wife, simple wife.
Yes.
I went to school. One day I told my principal, my husband doesn't want me to further my studies. Can I ask for a favor? Can I use your address? Now I will register with UNISA because UNISA I don't have to go to classes. In TUT we had to go. Yes. Then the principal agreed. I used her address. I registered. Material went to the principal's house. She brought the material to school. I wrote the assignments. I left everything
at school, yes.
Then that's where I learned that there is actually online platform where I can submit these assignments. Then I didn't have to carry any home.
At all?
And I didn't even have to go to the post office. I just submitted online and everything was.
You were living a double life.
Yes.
What was propelling this desire and this need to even do it without your husband's knowledge?
I realized that for me to make more money that will give my children good life, I need to further my studies. That's how I will get a better job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It wasn't complicated.
Yeah.
Or sell the cold drink.
and I was also telling him, look, if we get educated, just imagine both of us being educated, we'll have money We'll take our kids to whatever school we want. We'll stay in whatever suburb we want.
He didn't get it.
Didn't get it. Then I registered. He didn't know. The whole year, me registered. He didn't know. By that time, I had an opportunity to be a marker at UNISA.
Okay.
I was this lecturer by the name of Sir Fontaine. He gave me a break. And funny enough, he was conducting a workshop for teachers, the new curriculum. And I had to go in Garsfontein for that workshop from Atteridgeville to Garsfontein. I was always late.
Why?
Because I had to transport from Atteridgeville to town, from town
to, yes. Yeah.
I was forever late. When I got in, they were busy. But after sitting down, I'll participate more than the people who were here.
So they would wait for you.
Then after the workshop, he said to me, I want you to come and assist me marking my module. That's where I started making more money for marking for UNISA. I was getting 25,000 a month on top of my salary.
Yeah, that's a big change in your life. Yeah.
It
From someone who was struggling
yes.
to such a lift.
Yeah.
What?
I now at least I was not forced to do the selling anymore. Because at some stage I was selling enterprise goods. There was this guy who would deliver for me on Mondays and Thursdays. I would sell, because I was working at a hospital now.
Yeah.
I had nurses and other cleaning staff members as my customers. Some I will even take orders on a book. Then I deliver, they pay.
Yeah.
Every week I was making 800 rand.
And it made a difference.
Yes. And from then, I started to be able to take my kids for restaurants. I wasn't even worried about my salary anymore. I always had.
Did he
cash on
notice
me.
this?
He did, but I think that's what became a problem. Because he felt like the money is now making me arrogant.
Ooh.
And I don't know, because I couldn't see myself. Maybe that's what he saw in me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I remember in August 2007, we went home. There was a wedding at one of his relatives. So before we went to the wedding, I asked his father to give me a list of what he needs for the grocery. Then I went to the shops, I bought the grocery, I brought it back. Little did I know that offended him as well.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, to say maybe I feel like I have money, I can just come buy groceries here at his home. Then when we went back on that day, it was the 30th of August, the end of Women's Month. On the way, I said to him, we were going to my parents' house now.
Okay.
At my parents' house, we were going to drop off the grocery for my daughter who was in a boarding school.
Okay.
You see, now I could even take my child to a boarding school. Then on the way, I said to him, when we get home, I want to give my mother 100 rand. For me saying that, I expected him to say to me, you can't give your mother 100 rand after you making this huge amount of money. Why don't you give her at least 1,000 or something? Instead, he looked at me and said, you want to give your mother money so that you guys can bewitch me. You want to buy muti. You want your mother to buy muti and bewitch me. And I'm like, I just looked at him. But there were many words coming from my head. Some of the words I wanted to say, Gori, but I'm the one bringing me more money. How can I bewitch you? I'm the one who should be afraid of
you.
but those words were just in my head.
Yeah.
I just looked at him. And then when he was driving at that time, when he looked at me, he saw my face. Then he stopped the car. And why are you looking at me like that? When he stopped the car, he released his right hand towards me.
Yeah.
But my karate...
Oh, reflexes.
Reflexes kicked in and I just blocked.
What?
As I blocked it, he hit himself.
Oh, no.
Then he started bleeding.
Yeah.
When he saw blood on himself, he got now
More aggressive, yes.
And he went out of the car. He came around. I wanted to fight back, but I told myself, Sheila, no. Because if I do, it will be ugly. And before I know it, there's a tar road. I don't know how it might end. Then I just sat there like this. He opened the door. He started hitting me with a fist on the eye. All I did was just counting how many times.
What?
He went 10 times on the eye. Then I also started bleeding, and the kids were at the back.
Oh, no.
My little boy and his sister.
And they're not that little anymore.
My boy,
The boy is what?
Was the one who was little because he was like 4 years.
Yeah, the second born, yes.
Second born.
But the first one is...
The first one was at school. We were taking grocery for him. I didn't cry. As he was beating me, what I told myself is, it's over between me and this guy.
Yeah.
And maybe also the karate thing helped me because when we were practicing, you stay like this and then they can hit your stomach.
Many times.
Yeah,
yes.
the
You
pain.
can absorb the pain.
Yeah,
yes. You learn how to absorb pain.
That's why I didn't even continue to block because I knew if I block, I'm making him much aggressive. I just fold my arms like this. He hit me. And then afterwards, he went back inside the car. He drove to my home because it wasn't far. When we got there, my mother saw that
there's blood everywhere.
There's blood everywhere. And then I just said to her, Mom, I have to go because tomorrow I'm going to work. It was Sunday. I'll explain this later. Then I didn't want to go with him anymore with the car.
Of course.
It was my car anyway, but I left him. I took my boy. I went to a taxi. The first thing I did in the taxi, I phoned the reverend from the church. And then I said to him, I want to see you. This happened.
In Pretoria now?
Yeah, in Pretoria.
Yeah.
I don't know why didn't I call the police. I called the reverend.
we translate these things differently, I guess.
Yes. So early in the morning, I had to go to work. I told my principal, as you see, I had a blue eye. I remember because I was working at the hospital, when I was passing there at the gate, one woman even said to me, "Yeah, you talk too much."
That's why I saw.
That's why. Little did she know what happened to me. But one thing that later on I noticed that it might have perpetuated what happened between me and my ex-husband. In 2007, I went to England. And before I went to England, we were home. And he broke the news, of course, to the father to say, my wife is going to England. Then that week when he hit me, I was going to Durban to a conference where I was invited for a conference in Durban, and I was flying. Then he got home and told the father again, my wife is going to Durban. Then the response from the father was, you always say my wife, what are you doing?
Oh, when?
Yeah, so I think those are some of the things that pressured him, yeah, because the following week I had to go to Durban with a black eye.
Oh, no.
I remember I was sitting on a certain table and this other guy looked at me and said, are there still men who do this to women?
Sure.
Because I'm not used to wearing glasses. Even now I struggle to wear my reading glasses. I will wear them and then as I finish something, I put
them away, yeah.
So I couldn't put dimmers or something. I just...
So you carried this eye just like that?
Yes. So, and I realized he really felt. And then the very same time when we had an argument is when he just realized that I've been doing my honors degree. He found out.
The secret honors degree came out?
Yes. Because
how did he find out?
He went through my purse. Then through my handbag, he found my payslip. on the pay slip, I was paying, I took edu loan to pay for the studies.
Yeah.
Then
So bonal.
he saw that. Then he even said to me, what's the point of being your husband if I give rules and you keep on breaking them? Then I said to him, you are my husband today. Tomorrow you can be someone else's husband. My qualification will remain my qualification.
That's true.
That is why if you ask me to choose between you and my qualification, I'll always choose my qualification.
What a difficult moment in your life, eh? You said when he was hitting you, you knew that you were leaving. You were going to leave. Did it take you long to get to that stage?
No. Fortunately, at that time, I was saving lots of money. I had money.
It was those, the extra jobs you were doing everywhere.
So, and that's something also that he said, and I think he's still believing it, because he said to me, because you have money, you think you can do whatever you want. He thought I left the house because I had money.
You understand where we are in society today. Again, I bring it back to today because it has those challenges of women that are empowered in a household where the man doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yo.
And sometimes even we women, things that we do, we're not even aware. It's because you feel like I can do this, then I do it. But you don't know what it does to your partner. I remember one incident where my younger sister was graduating. I asked him, we had one car. I said, can you come back early so that I can drive home, get my parents, and then we can get to University of Limpopo. He agreed, but he didn't come early as I expected. I kept on looking at my watch, and then I realized this man is coming. What I did...
he's not coming.
I got to the taxi. I went to where I can hire a car. I hired a car. I came back, I packed my stuff, put in the car. When he entered, I was leaving.
There was another kind that you had driving out.
So those are some of the things I think, now he thought this woman thinks he can do anything. But again, my question is, why did he have to do that? Because by doing that, he was inconveniencing me.
Of course, absolutely.
And I feel like it was deliberate as well. So what I've noticed, men also sometimes, they do things deliberately in the name of showing us that I'm the boss. But when we find way to go around whatever...
that stumbling block.
Yeah, whatever barrier they put, then they say you are disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because I think the very same act where I went and hired a car for him, I disrespected him. I just had to wait until it's late. I can't even get home.
Did he bring it up? Because you're driving past each other now.
Yeah. He brought it up in that manner of saying, when this thing of you having money is getting into your head, you think you can do anything you want. And I said, no. Now I think we having money, you and I, but certain things that you do really, I can't stand them. And I'm one person, I can't just sit and cry if there's something else I can do.
That's true.
And one thing again, I didn't want arguing with him. Some people, when they listen to me talking, because I talk with passion, they think I'm that person who can shout
easily. Yeah.
Even my kids, I don't really shout at them.
Yeah.
There are some people, they get surprised. Your mother seemed to be this person. So I don't see why should I shout at my partner. We are equal. If we gonna agree on certain things, let's leave it. We don't agree. So those were some of the things when I keep quiet. He said to me, I kept quiet because I think he is stupid.
Sure. And the truth, and obviously it's far from the truth.
Yes. I kept quiet because I avoided to say things that, even that time the physical abuse happened, I didn't want to respond. As much as I wanted to, the words were just in my head, but I couldn't say them.
And my question was, first physical abuse and the time when you're saying, now I'm out.
It was the first and the last.
Was it it was the first and the last, so it never happened again?
Yes. He was like, when he was apologizing, he said, Sheila, this will never happen again. I said, you are right. Because it will never. I'll make sure of it.
And when you then said to yourself that you're leaving and then you expressed it to him, how did he take it?
Yeah, that's where he was remorseful, of course.
Yeah.
And it's something that I knew that I saw at my own home. Our father used to be physical to our mother.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time he did it.
Yeah.
And my mother went to her home. I was still a young girl at that time. They went and fetched my mother. When he was apologizing, he cried. I saw our father crying for the first time when he was apologizing.
That's the Mashabela.
Mashabela.
Yes.
But it happened again and again.
Oh, no. Yes.
Then even when my ex-husband was crying, I felt nothing. Because
you've
now
seen this before.
I've seen this before. I've seen a man crying when apologizing. I'm not giving it another shot.
Oh, no. Hey, it's a tough one, that, because it's an area of life where a lot of people are dealing with today.
Yeah.
And eventually you left.
I left.
Did you feel anything?
I noticed something after I left. When I left, I went to a flat just nearby in Pretoria West. The very same day I left, I went there. It was me, my younger sister, and my son. My daughter was in a boarding school. The first time I felt like I slept the whole night. I woke up, my eyes were tight. I couldn't open my eyes. I had to remove some stuff from my eyes. I didn't realize that I wasn't sleeping.
What?
At my house.
Yeah.
I started to realize that day how I slept.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
Wow, that. Where were you getting the sleep, so to speak? And I'm asking this really just to understand what was the source of this rest.
I think it felt like something has been removed from me.
Yeah.
Like I just felt a huge relief.
And you were not aware that you're carrying this big load?
I wasn't aware, to the extent that I managed to study, to do that honors degree. My ex-husband would come back late at night. I would just maybe be with him for a while. Once he fall asleep, I would leave him, go and do my studies.
Yes.
And then if I hear that he's waking up, I will pack my things and then I go back as if I went to the bathroom.
Hey.
You see. So sleeping for me was not even something that I would yearn for.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do things that I felt they are necessary.
Yeah. and the kids, because, interesting, I was talking on my radio show today about divorce and the challenges that come with it. I chose a horrible subject matter for a Friday, I must admit. Yeah. And kids come across over and over and over and over again, the impact on the children. How was that for you? I
felt it, after a while, because I was staying in Pretoria West at the flats. Shopping, I had to go to Kwaha Shopping Center.
I see that right there.
When I was going to Kwaha Shopping Center, for the first time, I started to notice people in the cars. I started to notice that people are couples in the cars, sometimes with their children. And now I started to feel the guilt, or am I taking this away from my children?
Oh, no. Eish.
And I just felt like everyone seemed to be happily married. And now I'm divorcing.
What's wrong with you?
Yes, I really beat myself up for that.
Yeah.
To say one of my dreams was to bring up my kids in a stable home where there's a father, there's myself.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Did it show itself on the kids, this separation?
Not really. I don't think so, because my kids seemed to be fine. My boy was about 5
young,
years old. And another thing that I didn't do, I didn't change my surname. You see, some people, when they get...
You still carry it even now?
Mphahlele is still that surname.
Yeah, you still carry it.
I didn't change it, because that was one thing which I thought, if I do, it might affect my kids. To say, now your mother is this and you are this, and they will start to want to explain themselves.
Yeah.
Then I just said, for the sake of my kids, what is it to a surname anyway?
How was it a relatively easy divorce process?
I can say it wasn't that difficult. How it happened, I was writing an exam that...
the honors.
My honors exam.
Yes.
I happened to meet a lawyer who was also writing an exam. Then, as we were conversing, that issue came up because I was even thinking of doing the one which is called Do It Yourself.
Okay. Yes.
Where you just go, you fill in the papers, you only pay the
administration fees.
Yeah, the sheriff and stuff. Then he said to me, no, I'm a lawyer, I can help you. And then he started to draw up the summons. After drawing up the summons, he asked me, how can we find your husband? I gave him his number and he came back to me and say, Sheila, where did you get this man? Why are you saying that? I phoned him to say we want to deliver the summons. And then he said, don't worry, I'll come and fetch them. Yeah, but after...
And did he arrive?
He did. He fetched them, and I think he also found his lawyer. Then he came. We after that fight, we were not really fighting because we never really had arguments.
No.
We were not really fighting.
You had the one aggressive moment.
Yes.
And a long-lasting burden, but one aggressive moment.
Yes. Because we even talked where he came and told me that my lawyer is saying this is going to drag long. I should not worry. Because even 4 days after I left the house, he phoned me and said, I don't have petrol money. And I said, come and get my credit card. I gave him my credit card and my younger sister was so angry.
Of course.
I can't believe you even giving him your credit card.
The reason we are here in this place.
And he went, he poured petrol, he brought the credit card back.
What a strange setup.
Yeah.
What was your interpretation of his personality?
What now I maybe gathered from our relationship, I just most of the time told myself that maybe we met while we were still young and we needed to mature, and we were of the same age. But I was born in April. He was born in October. Okay,
slightly a few months younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually told myself maybe he will grow. Or we will grow together. He will see the life the way I'm seeing it. That is why other things that were happening, going out at night, coming the next morning, they didn't really bother me. Actually, when he was away, it was my time to study.
Yes. And you thought he'll come around eventually.
Yes. I told myself he will see the light.
Yeah.
The only thing really that made me divorce was the physical abuse. Other things, I told myself, I don't mind.
You'll get around them.
Yes. That's
wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Because even after our divorce, one day he phoned me, and when it was when I got my doctorate, he phoned me and said, I want to do master's degree. Can you assist me?
So he did go to school eventually.
Yeah. He graduated honors.
Which answers the question, he'll come around eventually.
Yes.
He'll be slower, but he'll get there.
I was seeing a potential.
Potential.
I was seeing a potential.
Potential potential for 100 years. It's a potential. Yeah. But in your case, and eventually he did study, I guess.
Yes.
He saw the light.
He saw the light.
Yeah. A little late, but he saw it all the same.
Yeah.
Now you're out of that relationship completely. Yes. You're no longer together. But academically, you're still hot.
Yes, I still want to go on, especially that now as a single parent, I had to have a house. We had to sell everything, the house, the car. We shared the money, of which the money was very little. From the house, because we stayed only 1 year, we shared, I think, 8,000.
What?
We got 16,000 out of it.
Yeah, oh boy. Shouldn't have sold it.
Yeah, the house in Atteridgeville. Because I said to him, I want to buy you out. And he said, no. Nobody should benefit from this. We're selling everything.
We start from zero.
And I thank him for that.
Yeah.
Because if maybe I kept the house, to date, I would still feel like I should have started afresh. I started afresh.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. Then I figured I need more money to be able to afford a house by myself. There were posts that were advertised. The requirement was master's degree. And I was going to get a better salary.
Where were these posts?
At the district office, Gauteng Department of Education. Because at that time I was a teacher, but I had been promoted to become HOD. I got permanent post in 2005. 2008, I got a promotion to become head of department. Then now I needed
Now you needed more.
Yes. I went and registered for masters. I took again Edu loan because Edu loan, they pay for you everything. Then you are left
owe them
with a loan. Then I could get a proof of registration. On the application, I attached proof of registration that I registered for masters. You want masters? I don't have it, but
I am in the process.
yes. Guess what? I got the post.
What? You were too smart for the system.
Yeah. After getting that post, it was in 2009, December.
Yeah.
I had to start in January 2010. Immediately, I told myself I need a house for my kids. Then I applied for a house. I got the house. The loan was approved. But little did I know that it's going to take a while to build because it's the house that they are going to build.
Okay. Yes.
Around March, I went and bought a car. After that, I have a car. The house is on the pipeline.
Yeah.
The builder phones me because around 2010, there was a World Cup. He said he won't build in 2010. They will start after the World Cup.
True.
Then it was fine by me. 2011, when they are supposed to start building, he comes to me and say, we can't build because the bank gave us the loan with a shortfall of 68,000 rands. So 68 is a lot of money. I can't.
Yes, I can't do this project.
Yes. And he says to me, let's apply again to other banks. I said, no. If we apply, I'm not going to get it because now I have a car.
You have a car. Your credit status no longer the same.
No longer the same.
Yes.
Then I said to him, I'm a person of peace jobs. I'm going to give you this money. Please build. But at that time, I didn't have money because the peace jobs also, they come and go.
Of course.
I went to the bank again and got a personal loan of 30K. Just to show him that
Serious?
I'm serious. I gave him 30K to say, this is my deposit. The rest of the 30K, I'll give you 5,000 per month. Then we agreed. He said he will start building. Then 5,000 per month, where do I get it? Now I'm a single parent. My daughter is at the...
at the school.
At the
university.
Yeah. No, he was still at the boarding school.
Okay.
Doing her matric. And now I'm also studying. Come month end, I have to give him 5,000. Where do I get it? I went and got a credit card.
Just created more problems.
Yes. I found myself in debts. I
can imagine.
Yeah.
And all because you have big dreams, in all fairness.
But I wanted the house.
Yeah.
But now my biggest dream was to have a house, which if I die, my kids should have a place to stay. I didn't want a situation where I die, my kids are going to my parents' house. Yeah. Then now every month I was left with nothing.
Sure.
When I moved into the house, I had nothing. And the house was there on top of the mountain. At the back, there's nothing. I have to build a wall. I don't even have a cent to build a wall.
Yeah.
And it's me and my son. My daughter is at the...
It's at boarding school.
Yeah. There's no gate. There's nothing.
Yeah.
It's just the house. No butler proof. Nothing.
Completely unsafe.
Yes. But I moved in. I moved in. It was dusty. It was just... Many people wouldn't. It looked unsafe. And I started to remember when I was at the college, I wasn't safe inside my shack. This is a house, at least I'm looking.
I'm safe inside.
And I have a car. I was just parking a car next to the door. I slept.
Yeah.
And then life went on. I couldn't even tile. Couldn't afford anything.
So they built just bricks and walls and that's it. Yes.
Just like that.
It was just safe from the rain.
Yeah. I stayed in that house, I think, for a period of 2 years before I can put a wall at the back, My neighbors on the side were even complaining, or the water is
getting into their yard.
Into their yard. And I said, what can I do? I don't have money, guys. I'm a single parent. I don't have money.
Yeah.
But I thank God, or I just persevered. I remember at some stage telling my son that let's just have pap and acha and we sleep.
That's good food.
Yes.
You should have put tomato sauce. You would have tasted.
We didn't even have tomato sauce. We didn't even have. And I have to study for the masters.
Now you're to school.
Yes, I had to. But at some stage, I wanted to drop out because now I couldn't afford really. Fortunately, I went to this conference. With my confidence, I presented. Professors were happy. One of them told me, there's actually bursaries here. Why don't you apply? Then I applied. I got the bursary.
That's UNISA?
At UNISA, yes. I even bought myself a laptop with that bursary money.
Wow, look at that.
And with the same bursary money, I went to a country called Lithuania.
How?
When they give you bursary money, you can use the money for your internet, printing, and some of it you can even go to a conference.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Then now I chose to go to this place because I wanted to I wanted to network. I wanted to see the world.
Yeah.
I went to Lithuania. When I went to Lithuania, that's when I started working at the head office. I got a promotion to work at the head office in
the education.
Yeah, in Joburg.
Okay.
When Lusufi was still the MEC.
MEC, yes.
He was our number one.
Yeah.
I started working there in July, the very same month. I started working on the 1st of July. The following week, I went to Lithuania. But before I go to Lithuania, 41 days before, Istanbul airport was bombed.
Remember that, yeah.
Then I told myself, it means now security will be tight. I get it was bombed.
Of course.
They will tighten the security. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I convinced myself.
Yeah.
Because when that happened, already my plans to go was underway. Already flight tickets were bought. Then I went. I enjoyed Lithuania. I spent a week there. Coming back, it was on a Friday. We sat at the airport. I like to sit on the window, next to the window where you can see the flights.
You can take off and land. Yeah.
But I noticed something. Flights are just coming in. There are no flights that are going. Then I started to look at the screens.
To see if there are flights leaving,
then
the departures.
All flights were delayed.
Ooh.
The screens were just read, delayed. Then I started to realize here, there's something wrong. And I checked if I can connect. I couldn't connect. There was this Nigerian guy who came to me and said, any black sister is my sister.
Okay.
My sister, something is terribly wrong. Let me connect you quickly, talk to your family.
Yes.
He connected, he hotspotted me. Then immediately I could send a message to my kids and say, please check on the news what is happening, because I don't understand what's going on. My children checked on the news, and my daughter was supposed to go back to the university on Sunday. Then it's Friday. So they went on the news. Fortunately, they checked Al Jazeera news. Now they see stuff. They said to me, Mom, where you are,
the hotspot.
People are dying. Already we're seeing it on the news. When they said that, I saw a group of people coming towards the airport. My faith, my little faith, I tell myself, maybe the doors are locked. These people cannot come in. Those people, they came in. People started running around. They were shooting. They were just shooting randomly.
It's like a movie.
I'm this person, I don't know what type of a person I am. I'm not that person who will scream and no. I sat there. I actually tried to run to the toilet, but on second thought, I come back and said to myself, there's no way we are surviving. What's the point of me?
You had accepted.
Yeah, what's the point of me running? I sat down. There were lots of Chinese around me. They were praying. For the first time, I saw Chinese people praying.
Wow.
They prayed that like there were just guns. My ears were about to be blocked. They were like the sound of machine guns. It was bad. Like you see
in movies.
It was like I'm watching a movie. I just sat there. There was a lady that was from KZN. At least I could communicate with her. Then later, I think the following day, Saturday, we couldn't even know what time is it. What is happening. At some stage, we just saw people getting into buses. We just got in those buses with those people. They dropped us at some hotels. On the way, you'd see a machine car walking over a car while there are people inside.
Yes. What?
So I survived a coup.
You survived? You were there during a coup?
Yes. And what happened from Friday to Monday, I didn't feel any hunger. I didn't feel thirsty. I didn't sleep. I don't know what was happening to my body.
Kind of survival, eh?
I don't remember drinking anything, eating anything until Monday when I got home after holding my son. I started to feel thirsty. I started to feel sleepy.
So they placed you in a hotel throughout that weekend?
No, it was just for one night. Then the next morning they take us back to the airport. You keep on sitting like this, hoping for your flight to be called.
And eventually it gets called. You're out.
Yeah, we went out Sunday night. We arrived here Monday morning.
What?
Yeah.
And when you recall that entire experience, do you find a spiritual something, or what do you find inside of you?
When I recall that, I realize if it's not your day, it's not your day.
Yeah.
And again, it made me question the issue of burial.
Okay.
To say, is it necessary really to say I want to be buried here or there? Because that time, I couldn't have come back home. Even when now they said it's safer, our flights can go. When we were crossing Black Sea, I thought they can just shoot the flights down to the sea.
And your body is gone.
My body will be gone.
Yeah.
Is there a point for me to have a funeral? Afterwards, I drew up my will and say, I don't want a funeral. When I die, I just need a memorial service and then cremate my body.
And that's it?
That's it.
And it was that moment that made you realize that?
Yes. And I even thought that because I'm still going to travel. Fortunately, that moment didn't even make me say I'm not going to travel anymore. I told myself, I still want to see more countries.
You're not afraid of foreign airports.
And if I travel, I might die in whatever country.
You've accepted that.
Yes, and the plane can crash. My body might not be found. I remember when I told my mother and she said to me, I'm not going to allow it. Girl, where will you be?
When I'm in Istanbul.
No, I'm saying, where will you be? Because you'll die before me.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yes.
So during COVID, I even now said to her, you see, Mom, if you die now, I'm going to cremate you.
You won't know.
No, Banabaka will not agree, Kera. When they come, I just show them a container and say, this is your mother. This is your mother.
Do you know something interesting? You talk about someone who didn't have a funeral. I know someone like that who told the kids that they don't want a funeral. And the kids respected that.
Yeah.
And nothing happened. Not a single thing happened. I know this person because I lived in their street and nothing happened. Not a single thing. Like almost like there was nothing happened. You know how Rona, as Daki, how na le funeral we know.
Yeah.
When there are cars outside, there's people coming in. There was nothing.
Yeah.
And then that was it. It was over. Then we moved on. Some of us, we were waiting to be told, So it'll be the same for you.
But COVID also told us we couldn't attend funerals.
That's true.
Still, funerals took place.
Yeah, they're back now. Now after tears.
Yeah, yeah.
And your career now, you're with Lesotho. What were you doing for Department of Education?
I was a researcher. One of my dreams was to become a researcher, and I saw that post of a researcher. By then, I was a teacher. I was not even a researcher. When they shortlisted me, and also with that one, they said they want a doctorate. I didn't have a doctorate at that time.
You had completed your master's.
I had my master's.
Yeah.
I went quickly and registered again.
For PhD.
Attached my proof of registration and said, here I am.
I'm busy.
I'm busy. For me to prepare for that interview, I had to go meet with people to teach me about research. I knew very little.
What?
I sat down, I started to learn. I read a lot about the softwares. Then I felt like, now I'm ready. In that interview, it was like I'm giving them a workshop now. I'm training them.
You were just trained.
And I just read, I just met with some colleagues who were ready to assist me. I remember Auspumza is Dr. Mahato Kunong. She works at UNISA. She was working at UNISA at that time already. I went to her. Then she even referred me to someone else whom I had to go meet. I took a week's leave to prepare for that interview. When I went there, I was very ready. And indeed,
you got it.
In that workshop, in that interview, I felt like I'm actually facilitating a training. And I could see their faces, Rory. They want more. When they made that call to say, come sign, I said, in my heart, I said, I knew it.
It was going to happen.
It was going to happen. But I didn't stay long. I stayed, I think, only less than 2 years.
What were the challenges? What led to you leaving?
I left because I managed to complete my PhD.
Oh, yes, that too.
Yes.
So that registration, you said you put effort into it.
I remember when I got there, my director there, Dr. Makado, said to me, Sheila, you're saying you are doing a doctorate. Many of the colleagues, they come here saying they're doing doctorate. Even today, they are still doing doctorate.
Oh.
And I said to him, I promise you, this one is not going to be for long. And indeed.
You were done in no time.
I got there in July 2016. In June in May 2018, I was leaving.
What?
Yeah.
Done.
Done.
Only Dr. Mphahlele.
Dr. Mphahlele now going to UNISA.
A new position.
A new position.
What was that?
Of a lecturer.
Yes.
Yeah. I went to UNISA now, started working as a lecturer.
Any specific specialization that you were interested in as your career was progressing? Because generally that's what happened to academics. You start broad and you narrow it down to a specific thing.
Yeah.
What started bothering you a lot?
It was these learners who were struggling in school. And I managed to work in a hospital school, which was one of the special schools.
Where was that?
In Kalafong Hospital.
Oh, that moment, yes.
Yeah, in Kalafong Hospital, there's a hospital school in there. We're teaching children who are sick. But as I interacted with these sick learners, I realized that despite the sickness, there are still difficulties that learners are experiencing. And most of them, we as teachers, we are not even aware, because we only aware of the disabilities. Because some of the disabilities you can see.
Are they physical disabilities naturally or some mental?
Some are mental, some are blind,
okay,
deaf.
Yes, got you.
But I happen to learn about learners who have like attention disorders. There are different types of attention disorders. Like we've got hyper, where the learner will just be busy. And we have those that are not busy. Those that can just sit quietly, look at you, and you think they are listening to what you are saying.
And they're not.
They are not. Their mind has shifted.
Yo.
A long time ago, they are no longer there. You'll realize when you say to them, write what I said. And there are those children, sometimes they will ask the friend, what did the teacher say? Because they
were not paying attention.
They don't pay attention. But despite those, we have those that when you give written instruction, they can't comprehend. But the very same instruction, if you read it to them, they will understand it. They just want to hear someone's voice.
The dynamics are quite complex.
Yes. And yet we just want all the children to write.
To be the same.
Yes.
The system expects all kids to process this the same way.
Do you know that there are children who really, even the text, even when you talk, they can't hear you. They want to see pictures.
What?
If you bring your information as pictures, now they can understand.
Mm-hmm.
And they suffer because we always follow.
We follow the same method.
Yeah.
Do you find that following the same method, obviously it has its huge shortcomings, but then how do we design a system that's able to pick different kids from others to say, you are this type, you are this type, you are this type? Because that alone is a very complicated process. And then what do you do once you find out that there's 5 that are like this, and there's 3 that are like this, and there's 4 that are like this? What do you do then with that?
As a teacher, you need to learn what we call differentiation. You differentiate your activities. As you know your class like that, when you create a classwork, suppose you want your children to define maybe water cycle. Okay. To just say to you, water cycle is blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. This one will write it. Then this one cannot write but can draw.
Yeah.
Then you differentiate. They all defining water cycle, but this one will define it in writing sentences. Mm-hmm. This one will define it by drawing for you, showing you water cycle.
Yes.
Something that looks like this. And this one wants to tell you verbally, water cycle is blah, blah. But when you, as a teacher, you'll force them, all of you write. This one cannot write it, can draw it. That is why you will find those learners, they say they write makhorokhoncho. Mm-hmm. They will just do, and they submit.
Yeah. That's the drawer.
Yeah, for them, they wrote you something. Yes. The sad part is that this is taught to certain group of teachers who choose to do this specialization. Like I said,
not to all teachers.
Not to all teachers. Like I did honors in inclusive education. Mm-hmm. I also went on and did masters in inclusive education and my doctorate in psychology of education. Yeah. That is why I happen to know these things. Someone who just went and did a degree in maths.
Or B.Ed. Is it B.Ed? Bachelor of Education?
Yes. Mine is still B.Ed, but specialization.
That's the thing.
Inclusive. Yeah. But if you do B.Ed in mathematics teaching.
And you're going to teach.
You're learning how to teach maths. To say the learners I'm teaching, how do they receive my maths? That's the barrier we still need to break as education.
Do you find that barrier has a huge bearing on the outcome of our country? Because kids are not just taught for nothing. They're taught so they can be useful in society. So surely it must have long-term implications.
It has. Like every time when even matric results are released, I happen to be one of the people who gets interviewed to talk about matric results. And we know, yes, other people listen. Others, it's just a moment. It passes. Because we have those numbers that comes out of matric.
Yeah.
Some of them maybe is because they are forced by the system. They end up cramming that little bit. They get body certificate, they get body diploma, they get out. Once they get out, they find that there's nothing for them out there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because they were not even taught the way that they can apply knowledge when they receive it.
Yeah, you're making me realize that the system is flawed, and unfortunately it's been flawed for a long time. Do you know how we have, and you and I will understand this, let's say standard 4A, standard 4B, C, and D. And those classifications are not just letters.
Yes.
They grade you.
Yes.
My A are better, and my B are, and so forth and so forth. You realize that poor kids who's on standard 4D, which is regarded to be slower.
Yeah, even F.
And F, yes. If the school is big enough, you would find that the slowest kids are not slow. They're just not designed for this education system.
Of course.
And that's really what it is.
Yes, and if they are, we call that learning styles.
Yes.
Learners have got different learning styles. There are those who are auditory, those who are visual,
yes,
and those who are kinesthetic. Some, they want to do something. So as teachers, it's our responsibility to ensure that we accommodate such. And nowadays that I'm teaching teachers, I tend to challenge them and say, do we look at the teaching styles? Because we're saying we are accommodating learning styles. What about the teaching style? Is your style of teaching?
It's just as important in the system.
Yeah. There are those people who know content. They know it for themselves. But for them to teach it, they can't.
Is the education system aware of these shortcomings? And I use a much broader question because you play in that space. Obviously, you know the dynamics. Is the system itself aware of this huge flaw?
They are aware. And yes, they are trying, because change cannot just
be overnight.
They are trying.
Unless you're Donald Trump. But anyway, let's carry on.
Yeah. And now another thing is there are other pressures. I remember I was reading our national policy on AI. I liked 3 words I saw in that policy.
Tell me.
It says we are pushing the present and we are also pulling the future while we have the weight of the past.
Trust us to use phrases that sound poetic. I have a dream.
I was even imagining the person who was writing that to say, yeah, this person was
fully consulted Thabo Mbeki to say, I am an African.
Yeah, the fact that we still have that weight of the past is what really derail most of the things. I worked in Limpopo when I was still looking for a permanent job. Then I happened to work in Gauteng.
And you're working in Limpopo after transition? After the new South Africa?
Yes, after 1994.
Meaning that you were carrying the weight of a Bantustan past.
Yeah. So what I've noticed when I came here in Gauteng is that learners in Gauteng, they get what we call special concessions during assessments.
Help us understand that.
Yeah, special concession is a special treatment they get in order for them to access the curriculum or education at least similar way as their peers, because it can never be the same. For example, we have this learner who, when he reads, he doesn't comprehend.
Yeah.
But if somebody reads for him, he can come up with a correct answer.
Gotcha.
Then they train people that they call, when I started working here, they were calling the process amanuensis.
Okay.
So now we have a scribe and then we have a reader. Someone is getting in that matric exam room. Yeah, but the learner will be given a separate room to write.
I didn't know
matric
that.
exam. You didn't know?
No.
It's something of...
That's been going on forever. Yes.
Yes, but many people don't even know about it. Yeah. Then the learner will be in a separate room. Someone will be reading for the learner and the learner will be answering. Then the other learner who cannot write properly, some is just their handwriting is so illegible that they cannot write. In schools where there are computers, they will say this learner can type.
Yes.
But when there are no computers, this learner is appointed a scribe.
So they tell the scribe the answer and the scribe writes.
Yes, you must write verbatim what the child is saying. If the child says cancel, you cancel. Even if it's the correct answer, you just cancel.
You don't get interfere in the process.
Yes. Those are the support that is happening. I saw it happening here in Gauteng. I didn't see it happening in Limpopo.
That's the weight of the past.
Yeah, when I go to Limpopo and engage with teachers of Limpopo, sometimes some teachers, when I tell them this, they say, that's possible.
Yes.
There are learners who are given extra time because they are writing very slowly. In the past, I believe there are those people who failed, not because they didn't know the content, but because they write very slowly, that when they say time up, they are still halfway through.
But they know the content.
They know, yeah.
Yes.
And you fail your
matric. Failed for the wrong reason, not because of knowledge, but because of speed.
Yes. Now, such learners, they are given extra time. But there's a process to that. That is why there was this unit that I worked at called Inclusive and Special Schools. In that unit, you have social workers, you have psychologists, and these learners, they are supposed to be assessed by health professionals.
Okay.
And then they should certify that this child requires 15 minutes extra time or 10 minutes extra time or 45 minutes extra time.
What? So much.
Yeah.
But the weight of the past can be a burden, eh?
Yeah.
Not a bad burden, but it can be a burden.
Yeah.
Because we apply the weight of the past in a lot of things. If you understand how the prison system works, correctional centers, they're called. See, we even call them correctional centers.
Because they're supposed to correct.
Aha, you see. And also they shouldn't be punitive, there shouldn't be a punishment and all of that, because we come from the weight of the past.
Yes.
That speaks of politicians who were incarcerated, killed in there, and badly treated, and their human rights were not respected. So when we come out of that, we redesign things to accommodate the weight of the past.
Of
Do you find that we are conscious and consciously applying things that are solving the weight of the past, but also conscious of the burden of the future?
Of course.
Are we?
You put it correctly.
Yeah.
So as we are focusing on the past, we're not realizing that going forward, this is the damage we are causing.
Aha.
Because now they even say those learners, for example, who someone was writing for them, when they get to the universities are also now starting to practice it. Then
But they were not doing it before.
They were not doing it before. Now they say, where is this person going to work?
Because in the real world,
yes,
you don't have a special scribe or anything like that. Here's another weight of the past. I can't ignore it. It's the transition that said women must be empowered.
Yes.
Nothing wrong. Everything 100% correct with it. However, in the process, it didn't understand or at least interpret the implication on society.
Yes.
And now we are carrying the burden. At some point, it looked like 100% correct, you have to do it. Right now, we are seeing this huge imbalance in society that was caused by a good decision, but it didn't read the entire story.
Maybe that's the lack of putting timelines. We were supposed to put timelines and say, let's do this until here, then we will start to balance. We only redressing.
When it's
we never get to a point where we're saying we redressed, can we see the balance? I spent a week in Zambia. Some other time I was going to train teachers in Zambia.
Yeah.
I found that in Zambia, they are prioritizing girls and they are doing it extremely worse than we are doing
aggressively,
it
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I ended up telling them that, you know what you are doing? You will end up even having grandchildren that are Zambians. Because your girls are going to be so much educated that they can't be married to your boys. They will want to go out of the country and get married outside because your boys will be not
left behind
at their standard. And they said to me they didn't see it that way. That before you know it, you'll have a president that is not a Zambian.
No. Who has dual blood and dual citizenship.
Because whether we like it or not, when other people are at a certain, not necessarily that you look down on other people, no, it's because you don't get to engage.
You engage at your class.
You can't fall in love with someone you haven't seen, you haven't engaged.
I don't even know where they are.
You see. But the people that you spend time with most of the time, they are those that you will end up getting married to.
Yeah.
But some people, they don't understand it that way. They think, we're not because you are there. Right now we are nothing.
How much damage have we done in South Africa with regards to that specific subject?
I think the damage is not too bad to be corrected. I think we can still correct, especially at this age where information is easily accessed.
Yeah.
Unlike in the past where few people had access to information.
That's true.
We learn a lot just from interacting with the social media spaces. The TV is bringing information all the time. Unlike in the past where the information was classified for us to say they should only get this one.
Nothing else.
And nothing else.
Yeah.
But now, even if something is hidden, it comes to light.
You speak of inclusive education, but I also find when I read up on you, technology, long-distance learning, being stuff that fascinates you as well.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Even when I went into the inclusive education space, I didn't just go there for the inclusivity. I went there to also explore how technology can make this inclusive to be inclusive.
Okay.
Because I realized I needed a tool in order to include these learners. I started loving technology even while I was still at the college. During my final year, our college was converted into math, science, and technology. They brought some computers. In the afternoon, I would go to those computers. There was nothing I can do, but I just played games. I could get myself around to the games. We played games. But as I was playing games, I learned something, how to navigate the computer.
True.
Then I came to Gauteng in 2002 in a school where there was a computer, only one, which was used by our admin clerk to type question papers, to do the class lists. Then I said to him, can I assist you? Then he said, okay. Then he showed me how to do the typing. Some of the time he will leave me to do the work and he go do his errands. When he comes back, I'm done.
Yeah.
Then I learned to also be creative. Later on, he was no longer showing me, I was showing him. Because I would decorate the papers and he would, how did you do this one? How did you? And there was also a project at Peps Muteong Primary. It's an independent school next to where I stay. After school, they had these computer lessons. I'll go there and learn more. Then I started to be interested and I saw an opportunity that this technology, it can really bridge this inclusive gap. When I was still at Seshegong Primary, we had a computer lab. They called them Gauteng Online.
Okay.
They were brought by the then minister. Some, they called it Gauteng Offline. Because the labs were just locked. They were not used. Then,
because there were no skills?
Yeah, teachers
did
not know how to
Gauteng
Offline.
Yeah.
Then one day I heard that at the University of Pretoria, actually one of the colleagues told me, University of Pretoria during school holidays, they train teachers on how to use computers. I went there for the whole week. I learned. What I learned there, I didn't want to forget. When I get to the school, I asked the principal, can I utilize the lab?
Yeah.
Then I promised her that I'll bring every child to the lab. And he said, how? I said, please allow me to have children from grade R to the lab. And they said, okay, we will see. Those small children, what I've noticed is that as I was teaching them how to click the mouse, how to roll the mouse, it was strengthening their fine motor skills.
Wow.
Because when there's an object on the screen and they have to click it, hold, drag, their fine motor skills were strengthened. So that's basically what I was
trying to do.
Teaching them to say, I wanted them to know how to click, how to drag, how to drop.
That's it.
Then others, and one thing that I'll also do, sometimes I will say I can teach maths from grade 1 to grade 12 using a computer.
Yeah.
I would, if I teach shapes, for example, these small ones, I will create a shape. I will just draw maybe a circle, draw a rectangle. Then I ask them to color. I ask them to label them, to shift them from right to left and so forth. But others, I will say to them, draw me. Use the auto shapes to draw. Afterwards, color it.
Yes.
That's how I started.
Wow.
Then I started to love technology more. And I realized with technology, I can cover these different learning styles. The learner who wants to listen, they can listen on the computer.
That's it.
Because it has got an ability to make them listen. They can watch a video. Those who wants to do, they can do. They can draw, they can manipulate.
Yeah.
And I also went further to the extent where I wanted to see really teachers integrating technology. That's where I decided I want to go work at the district office. Because as a teacher here, yes, I'm doing good for my learners, but I wanted to show other teachers to do the same thing that I'm doing. That's when I went to the district office. And many teachers, even now, they think integrating technology is when you have a data projector and projecting your PowerPoint presentation. That's not.
I think that's technology. You brought technology to the school.
To the class.
Yes.
Integrating technology is when, for example, my learners must have their own. That's why Minister
Premier Panyaza introduced that.
The then minister wanted a smart classrooms where learners should have had the tablets.
And,
that's the
even
real,
the digital boards.
Yes, that's the real integration, because what you'll do, let's say, for example, you want to teach children about pollution. You can have a text on a Microsoft Word which talks about, it can be a case that it's talking about pollution. Then you can say to the learners, open that document on your gadgets.
Yes.
Highlight for me or underline for me effects of pollution. They're learning how to underline on the computer, but they're also learning the effects. So you are now integrating. But when you're just showing the PowerPoint
after slide,
you are not integrating.
Yeah.
Then you can say to them, bold all the causes of pollution.
That's it. Copy and paste it elsewhere.
Then later you tell them, go to the internet, search the pictures that are showing the effects of pollution. They now learn how to search on the internet. They bring those pictures. You can tell them to copy the pictures or to cut the pictures, to crop the pictures. So they learn technology while they also learning the content.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
Again, I ask similar question to what I asked earlier. Do we have collectively an understanding of this need, this technology? No,
because there's what can I call it? There's resistance.
Oh no. Some call it political will, but it's fine. Use any word you feel.
Even now, when we are in the era where now AI is taking over.
We're almost like, if we were a week late, now we are becoming a year late.
Yeah. Even yesterday, we had this conversation with colleagues where some colleagues still feel like when we use AI, our cognitive abilities are going to be affected.
What do you think?
I think differently.
Okay.
When I grew up at Mamone village, I used to, when I prepare myself for school, I used to need 2 hours to wake up, get firewood, make the fire, put the water there to be ready.
Wait for it. Sometimes
you even fall asleep next to it. Then later there were some paraffin stoves and stuff like that. And the people were still fearful. Some, they didn't even want to use them. Yes, some people died from those.
100%.
But did we stop? No. Electricity came. It was also something that people feared. To say, no, we don't want this electricity. It's gonna burn us down and all that. But gradually people were taught to say, no, this electricity is a good thing, only if you don't touch water and start operating it. Because people didn't know that.
No.
For me, same applies to AI. We just need to know how best do we use it. Just like when people are connecting electricity illegally, it's going to kill them.
Absolutely.
So if you use AI in a manner that is not ethical, yes.
There will be consequences.
There will be consequences. I use AI. I used many AI tools for many things. Like as a researcher, I use AI to brainstorm. I use AI to analyze data.
It's faster.
It's faster. I have AI for literature review. I have AI for editing my work. I have different tools for now. I even tell them the challenge comes when you think this one AI tool can do all that for you. That's another challenge. Many people just rely on maybe ChatGPT or Meta AI. I even tell my students that Meta AI is for inspiring you, to motivate you, but it's not going to help you with research.
And easy access. It's always here. WhatsApp.
So it's important for us to know that, yes, we do have generative AI that can generate some information, but that information still needs you. We had Google. I remember when I started doing my master's, we were discouraged to get information from Google.
So you had to go to the library.
Every time you needed to cite a book. If you
had
cited...
to find it and read the entire book and find your citation.
But now with AI, I can take a book with 500 pages and ask AI, if I need this kind of information, which page should I go? It will just tell me, go to page 21, page 30.
There it is.
I get it.
And there was a time, I remember when I was doing my master's, we were using Google Scholar.
Yes.
And which was also tricky to navigate.
Yeah.
So now, I was having a conversation with someone who's doing their PhD. And he said, yeah, you'll be surprised how easy things have become.
Yes.
Things that were so difficult even 3 years ago have become easier and easier and easier now.
How long did it take us to make tea then? How
2
long?
hours.
How long does it take you to make tea now? Because even now there are some ends that are plugged on the wall. You don't have to. You just go there. You make tea. Instead.
No, now it's as easy as some of these taps. They come with boiled water.
Yes.
You just open. That's it.
And you make tea.
Literally in a minute.
Are we going to say that tea is not tea enough?
It's not the real thing. I'm so shocked to find an academic in the education space embracing AI like you are, because it's seen as you said it. You used the phrase, it'll affect our cognitive ability. There'll be little thinking. You just press and move on, and as a result, it'll reduce our ability to be innovative and creative, because our brains, like muscles, they need to always be doing stuff. And you're saying no.
I beg to differ with that, because I remember back then, for your supervisor, when you were doing masters, for example, for them to authenticate that this is your work, you had to handwrite it first.
Okay.
Give it to them. Then they read it. Once they are now satisfied, that's when you go type it.
Wow.
Because they thought, if it's typed, you can just copy and paste.
But you can do the same if you write it. You can look at it and write it.
They didn't know that, some of them, because they had little knowledge of technology.
Wow.
And what I've noticed also, many people who are fearful, who are really discouraging this innovation,
revolution,
they have little knowledge. Because if they have knowledge, they wouldn't. Once they realize, I remember my grandmother used to say, a tea should be made from firewood. That one of electricity. Then later, when you wanted to make a tea, you say, let me check if there's firewood. She say, you're going to waste time.
Go to the stove.
You see.
So she's moved on.
They moved on.
Yes.
So let's just not worry. I'm not worried. I know that now we are telling our students, don't use AI. Just like calculators, when they were introduced, people thought our children will no longer know maths because they can't count, how to count, how to add, how to multiply, because now calculator is doing for them.
Yeah.
What is happening now? When your child goes to school, they even tell you, they prescribe the calculator that you need to buy.
Yes.
So
Casio, what?
Yeah. Before we know it, we are going to be prescribing the AI tools.
That's amazing.
For our students, yes.
From this position in 2026,
yeah.
I don't think that day is coming anytime soon.
And if I'm dead by then and you are still alive, when it happens,
I will send you a text.
You'll tell people that Sheila said that.
WhatsApp, no, right.
and it's not going to take long. What I like about life of today
is moving
the
fast.
way things are moving fast. In 5 years' time, we will hear lecturers saying to students, ensure that you have ChatGPT 10 when you do this task.
Make sure you have perplexity.
Yes.
And use this particular one.
That's what, because I do with my students. I tell them, go prompt this. Sometimes I even tell them, if I said to you, go to ChatGPT, please don't go to Copilot. Because I said ChatGPT.
Yes.
Usually because I teach research, I tell them, go to maybe a generative AI, ask it to suggest maybe a framework for your study.
That's it.
It will suggest a few.
Yeah.
Then screenshot for me what it suggested, paste it here. Then from that is suggested, tell me which one you choose and give me your own reasons. Because already the AI gave you reasons, Hori. If you take this one, then because I'm seeing the reasons that are there on the screenshot, you can't give me these reasons. I'm forcing you now to think.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. I am blown away. I am blown away that there's an academic who's embracing this technology.
I do. Even when I teach, I'm the one teaching them to say, this AI tool works like this.
Yeah.
This is how we figure it out.
I'm worried that our conversation will carry on long.
Yeah.
I am, because I am so curious. And yet you have been cited so many times. You have so many things that you've researched with different people and different stages of your life. And that's why I came across the technology, inclusive education. Let me see which one. One of your earlier research looked at ICT as a supporting strategy for learning experiences, reading difficulties.
Yeah.
Because that's another completely unrelated if you think about it.
Because I realize if learners cannot read, they cannot access education. Yeah. So we need to address that. But what I need to point out is that the manner in which I love technology, I found myself 2 years ago, I was a secretary of MIRA. MIRA is the Mixed Methods Association of International Association for Mixed Methods. So that's why they call it MIRA.
I didn't know there were things like that.
Yeah. So I was the secretary of MIRA.
Yeah.
I found myself having meetings with people from Jamaica, Australia, America. And I could now realize that we're experiencing same challenges. But when you are sitting here in South Africa, you will think that out there in the world, they know better than us. It gave me joy to find myself showing people how I do certain things. I remember for the conference that was held in Jamaica, I'm the one who created the schedule of activities. And I used the AI tool called Gamma.
Okay.
And it was beautiful. They loved it.
Wow. Look at that.
And they had to come back to me every time they needed to do the changes, because
you have the master tool. Yes.
Yeah. Last year in November, I found myself in Seychelles teaching the whole teacher community of Seychelles how to use Moodle to teach.
Yeah.
When I got out of the hotel the next morning after I had my first day of training, engaging with the media, people were looking at me, and one of them said, "I saw you on TV last night." And I was like, me? I was surprised that I was on national TV.
What? So they captured that, and you were not even aware that it was going to TV?
I thought, like, you see here in South Africa, you will have interviews, there will be cameras, but it doesn't go anywhere.
No. Unless you are Ket Matlala.
You see?
It's going nowhere.
Hey, I'm used to that, to say we have conferences, we have workshops. Yes, there will be people, but not on the national TV.
And it was.
It was.
Prime-time news, clearly.
Yes. I even had to now extract it from their YouTube and say, this is me teaching the country, not even a school.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the country.
Again, you're going to a point that says you think things are bad in your home.
Yes.
You don't realize that, no, they're bad in the entire township.
Yeah. Yeah. And currently I work with Commonwealth of Learning, and I'm glad for the opportunity they are giving me. They made me travel the African countries.
Yes.
One time I was in Sierra Leone teaching academics in Sierra Leone how to use technology.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I think, I wish, what role do you play now, currently at university?
Currently, I'm a researcher, but I still teach. I teach the honors students, master's students, and our PhD students. I already graduated 4 PhDs.
Wow.
I graduated 3 masters, all with distinctions. Why? Because I use technology. I use AI as well, but I use it ethically because I understand how and its role. Yeah, we don't just say write a thesis for me. No, it's a journey. I teach them that we have AI tool for literature that will make you go through like maybe hundreds of sources.
Before you get there.
You get my point.
Yeah.
And I give them what I call open educational resources. I even publish them on platforms like OER Commons. I do guides. Yeah. I call them chapter guides. For every chapter, I guide you to say, this is how you start this chapter. I have guiding questions. Like last week, I was teaching the masters, it's this week actually, the honor students, to say, firstly, answer questions on your own before you check ask yourself, like, why am I doing this study? You write down. What is the problem that I'm researching? You write it down. Then you join that into a paragraph. Then when you go to AI, already you have your own thing.
Your own thoughts.
And then you just prompting to get structure right, to get more information.
That's it.
Like if you were just searching for when you go to Google Scholar, for example, you only getting sources from Google Scholar. But if you go to maybe SciSpace, it will give you sources from Google Scholar, other databases. And then now you find that you've got variety.
Yes.
Unlike where you have to stop Google Scholar, go to Web of Science, go to Scopus.
Are we not, again, at a moment in time, as we always do as humans, we get to those moments that are so big in terms of transition that they're prone to abuse. They're prone to unethical use when it comes to academic use of technology, where you find a student cruises through their entire education at university, whether it's junior degree or more, and they're doing almost very little. They are using technology only. Are we not also at that moment? Because we have those that don't understand how it works. They're not willing to learn how it works. And they're teachers. They are not aware. They don't even know. They are teaching these kids. These kids are just saying, I have all the answers to what you just said. Yeah. And all I did was just write a 3-sentence paragraph prompting whatever source. And I'm done. Yeah. And they submit, and when they graduate, I saw a video where this young person was saying, I'd like to thank ChatGPT for my degree.
Yeah.
Are we not at that time also? We can't ignore the unethical use.
I'm glad you are bringing that, and I want us to go a little bit out of this topic and look at alcohol and smoking, for example.
Okay.
These are the things which at some point they were not there. They were introduced.
100%.
At some stage they were banned to say they are destroying our nation. And yes, they are still destroying. And they destroy who? Those who are abusing, like we're saying abuse. There are people who drink alcohol, but they drink responsibly. There are those who are abusing alcohol. So for me, with AI, it's the same. We will have those who are abusing it. And we will see the consequences. Because yes, the person will graduate because of ChatGPT, but this person, will they be able to do anything?
It won't be effective.
You see.
Yeah.
I use it because I don't abuse it. If you call me now, put me on the stage to say, Sheila, teach these people maybe this
on
content.
On the subject, yes.
I will be able to teach them without referring to any AI.
You can't say,
go check out AI. No.
Yes.
Yeah. So we will get, whether we like it or not, we will still get people who will, yes, misuse, but we know where they will end. We see with our society, people who abuse substances, where do they end?
Yeah.
Some of them, even if they go to school, but the substances abuse just end up...
They end up nowhere.
You see.
Yeah.
So we will get to a point where we understand these tools. And once we understand, there will still be those that will abuse them.
Is there technology as we exist now that can catch a student out?
We do have some, and there are students who to take their time trying to cheat it.
Yeah.
Like we have another tool called Turn It In, where they have to turn their work in, and then it will show how much similar their work is to other people's work.
Okay.
And it will also detect if your work was generated from AI, of which I have my reservation with it. I was even telling my students to say the manner in which Turnitin is putting it, for me, it's like it's accusing you because it just says AI generated.
It's almost punitive.
Yeah, sometimes you didn't even generate it from AI.
Yeah.
You generated it yourself, but you used AI tool to refine it.
Okay.
But your it will just say AI generated.
Got you. It's been around a while, Turnitin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even before.
Yeah.
And my son last night was telling me, oh, Mom, if we think like AI is so bad that we brought Turnitin. Turnitin was here before
Long
AI.
before.
Then it means we had a problem.
I remember
Before AI.
2017, there was Turnitin.
Actually, I used it in 2013 when
You
I
see
was
what I mean?
when I was turning in my master's
There you go.
dissertation.
Yeah.
So my son was saying, why did we have Turnitin before generative AI? We had it because there were people who would just take one person's work
And just regurgitate
yes,
and do it. Yeah.
without AI. So we have problems, whether AI or not.
So the abuse was there long
there.
before
Yeah.
AI.
I remember sometime when I was doing my research, I once got this paper which was published in China and the other one was published in another country, but they were the same.
Wow.
Word for word.
Somebody copied someone.
Yes.
Ooh.
But now that we have these tools that will show that 90% of this work is similar to the other one.
And we look at the dates.
Yeah, and when you click on it, it will just show up. So the challenge now is not even AI. Even before AI, there are people who got their degrees by just taking other people's work
And
making it their own.
Yeah.
Because you can ask yourself, people who submitted their thesis and dissertations before
Turnitin. How did they do that?
Hey, a person would take a dissertation that is submitted in University of Limpopo and submit it in University of KwaZulu-Natal.
Find it in Uganda.
Yes.
And bring it here.
They pass.
And just change with research that was done in Dakar becomes research that was done in Gauteng.
Yes. Some people, they knew about translators. They would take a thesis that is written in a different language,
Translated. Wow.
Even our colleagues, we have colleagues who would write one paper, 3 times. The paper is published in Afrikaans, it's published in English.
We are there.
In different journals.
Yeah.
So whether we like it or not, cheating is there.
It will be there.
But now we putting it too much on AI.
Where else it existed long before.
You see. Otherwise, we were going to have Turnitin now, not back then.
Longer than 10 years, 15 years ago.
Yes.
Let's talk about the reality. And again, I go back to a phrase you used before, the burden of the past. Burden of the past today says there's inequality. Inequality which translates to access to technology. Whether the reality of it is because there's an area of kids that have 100% access.
Yeah.
In the same exact neighborhood, there's kids who have 0% access, which leads to digital divide, which has a long-term impact on the future of these kids because they have to coexist.
Yes.
They have to remain neighbors even if they're divided by a street or they're divided by a stream of water. That remains the reality of our country. What have you found when you travel the world about this reality that we carry so much in South Africa? Sometimes it looks like an unsolvable problem, and yet we can solve it. The digital divide in our country talks of people who are the size of this page, they have access, and the size of this table, they have no access, and yet they have to coexist. What have you found?
I found that being a South African sometimes is, I call it luck.
Okay.
Especially traveling our African countries. I found myself lucky because, yes, even if we don't have access, there are few of us, even coming from Limpopo, where this access is not there, but you get a chance because also me traveling to Gauteng, it is a challenge, yes, but it's doable.
And an opportunity.
Yes, and most of the children, even if they pass matric, they still have opportunity to come to Gauteng, to go to UJ, to go to Vets. Although when they get there, their challenge start with teaching themselves access to these devices while their counterparts have been there.
For years.
For years.
Yeah.
So this child is now trying to know how to attach a document, while this one want to...
Yeah, they're using ChatGPT.
Yeah, they only struggling to understand the content.
Yeah.
This one is struggling with the content and with the technology.
That's it.
It's very bad. But
it's like using English as a language of education.
Of communicating
Yes,
and learning.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, there are countries that are really struggling more than us. I went to Sierra Leone. You don't even find ATM at the airport. They had to transport me with a motorbike kilometers away from the airport to just get ATM, and they don't swipe.
Oh, no.
They need cash. Yes.
So you needed cash.
I needed cash to pay for what?
Tell me.
For my safety. They say it's a protection fee. Once you land there, you have to pay a fee to be protected.
What are you paying?
They just soldiers around the airport.
What the hell? It sounds like extortion.
Yeah, but you are there and you didn't even know.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
there are countries that are 100 steps behind us, and yet we feel so disadvantaged.
Yes, I went there. The laptops they were having, they were all dinosaurs to me.
Sure.
And who am I to convince them that we are now on Windows 11?
Yeah, whatever it is. Yes.
It was even tough to work with them.
What?
Because the software I have on my gadget, they don't have. So our things are not even compatible.
Not at all.
And I was sad to say, as much as
we are behind,
I'm thinking we are behind, but we still have those that... That's why some of the African country people, when they get out of their countries, they don't even want to go back.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reality of the continent of Africa is a sad one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes it's easy for one to say it's self-inflicted because we can't be a poor country, yet we are a rich country at the same time. It doesn't make sense because it speaks of those that are willing to be wealthy or want to be wealthy all on their own and thinking that we won't smell their braai when they are braaiing.
Yeah, but,
and yet we exist in the same space.
Yeah, but now I still feel that we shouldn't really get to 50 years of freedom at this status quo.
Yeah, at the rate we're going.
Because it's really sad to see learners who are going to schools and learn differently, yet we want to see them at the same institutions of higher learning. We want to see them at the same workplaces. Yeah,
competing for the same job. And yet they started at so different places.
Yeah, we cannot have Dr Shila Mphahlele, Baba 20.
No.
And we cannot be happy to share stories of certain individuals.
Yeah.
It should be something that everyone can relate, everyone can do it.
When you reflect on your life now, in relation to where it started, what phrasing do you use? Because one could easily use luck. One can easily use good decisions, right place, right time. All of those phrases. And I'm not saying pick from the ones I used. Mine are based on my very limited ability to stretch this thought.
Yeah.
What comes to mind when you look at... And I say this because you come from humble beginnings. Yeah. And yet now you are an advocate of the highest level of technology in education. And yet your two worlds are so far apart. And just so you know, there is someone right now who exists in the same world you were born in, that zero beginning. And and in the many different stages of your life, you find familiar people with living the same life you lived. And now you're here now. You travel the world to teach the world about how important technology is in education and inclusive education and everything that goes with it. When you did describe your life, what do you say?
I'm saying God creates characters in us. And the life we live is like a soapy. And once your script is written, sometimes it's not easy to deviate. If you are an actor, you'll understand. Because as an actor, you are given a script. But you can improvise on your script.
That's it.
So what I want to say is God gave me a script. But in that script, I managed to improvise somehow. So I'm saying all of us, we have a script. Your script starts with when you are born. Your script says you will be born in this village, or you will be born in this suburb, or in this estate. But now, how you're going to go about your script is up to you. Because you might be born in an estate and think you have everything. But later, someone who was born in a village, in a stall, can come and be your CEO.
Absolutely.
Yes. Hence, I'm saying...
So their beginning doesn't predetermine their destination. Yeah.
And let's just, when we pray, I always pray to God to say, help me with the strength to, when I improvise, I should improvise in this script in a way that will take me to better places. Because some of us, when we improvise, some improvised, what happened? They improvised, they got into substance abuse. Some they improvised, they got into crime. So let my improvisation be the one that brings good, not only to me, but to other people.
There's I like the base of what you're saying, and I'll tell you why. Because you're speaking of a script, almost like a predetermined performance. Humans with a predetermined performance, let's see what you do with it. Two different people, same script, different outcomes completely. There's a concept that I'm trying to grasp, and I'm learning to understand it, about distraction. How we all have issues that are going to distract us. Some may be the love for a nice time, and some may be the joy of reading things that you shouldn't be reading, where else you could be reading that. Because not all of it is perceived as negative. Not all of it is nice time. But we are always going to be thrown with a skill, a talent, and then a little bit of a distraction. Let's see how you pull it off. I'm trying to be a scholar of this subject. What is your understanding of that? Having dealt with kids and adult learners and fellow colleagues in the space.
I must say, maybe it's the character that it was given to me. And because certain things, even myself, I don't know how I pull through. I just see myself there. I can tell you, last year, this time, I was happy. And I was even thinking that next year when I turn 50 in April, maybe I'll be somewhere in Maldives or somewhere around the world. And you know why I decided I'm going to celebrate my birthday in your studio, talking to people or sharing my information with the people. It's because again, in May, when I wanted to do my test, I'm a member of Discovery Vitality because I like to be fit. I run, I play tennis. Then every time I do this medical test, I get points for vitality. So every year I do it. And I do them mostly in May after my birthday. When I start in May, I tell myself I'm starting a new year. Then let me do these tests. Then I went and did the test as usual. But it turned out I have breast cancer.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Just last year. Maybe you didn't notice. I have one breast.
No, I don't look at people's boobs.
See, I have only one breast. So it happened very fast. And they couldn't even believe that the previous year I did the test. They had to say, go fetch your previous
test so we can
compare. That we can see if you are telling us the truth. So those are some of the things. Someone could sit at the corner and say, why me? Teenage pregnancy, physical abuse in marriage, divorce, all this, then I can
financial
say,
difficulties.
Then I give up.
And those are the distractions of a talented soul that gets derailed by all sorts of things that happen.
But instead, with me, when the problem comes, I think they make me to want to work harder. I remember the day I was going on a surgery. 15 minutes before they took me to theatre, I was having a meeting, online meeting with one of my students, guiding her to say, no, your proposal needs to be in. And I didn't even tell her, I'm on the hospital bed as I'm talking to you.
Yes, I'm about to be chopped up.
Yes. And I told them late. And I had to write all my students a message to say, guys, this is what is happening. But even during my leave,
the recovery leave.
Yeah. Some of those students that I knew, they had to submit their work on a specific, I had to look at their work. At the hospital, I had my iPad next to me.
Wow.
And after the surgery, I was operated on Saturday. Sunday, I was walking up and down because in me, I was telling myself, I'm not going to be sick. I don't want to be sick.
Yeah.
And I believe that if I walk around up and down, my system will eventually come back. And indeed,
sure.
I got discharged. When I got home, I was already trying to exercise my hand. My partner was even saying to me, no, when are you going to get a come, pick this hand up. I want it to work.
Help me, yes.
And the sad part is, it happened at the time when I thought, finally, I'm going to be happy because I just met the partner that I thought,
wow,
this is my dream come true. This is the man I've been dreaming for all these years.
One box ticked, and then this thing came.
Then you can't believe we met the previous year, 2024.
Yes.
At the gym. We happened to be in the same gym class that day. When I came out, he was there. We waved it at each other, and I was like, I know this person from somewhere. Then I asked him, what's your name? He said, my name is Shela. And I'm like, And I said, I'm Sheila. I even said, why are you Shela?
I'm Sheila.
Yes. Then around August, September, we met. We couldn't exchange any numbers up until he phoned me in March. We met again in December. We met again in January, but we didn't even exchange phone numbers. But in March, he phoned me on Teams, Microsoft Teams.
Yes.
Then we started dating in March.
Wow.
Then April, May, June, I was diagnosed.
Oh, yeah. That's how.
No.
No way.
He's there also. He's still waiting for me.
He's waiting. Oh. When you say I need to go speak to the person waiting for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yes. Wow.
One thing that I was worried about is that maybe this guy will think I knew that I'm sick and I didn't tell him.
Like people who take medical aid. They get medical aid in a week. They are diagnosed with cancer. It's like, that's
that
it.
This person knew.
Yes.
And it was not like that.
Yeah.
And fortunately, he's one person who also prays. I'm not a prayer. I sometimes say I believe in the universe. So he prays a lot, and he helped me pray. He prayed for me. Even that day when I was going for surgery, when I came back, he was the first person I saw, and I looked around again. I saw my kids, and then I was like, "No, I'm still alive.
I'm good. I'm here. I'm still here.
I'm still here." and yes, he was there with my family. He was the person who made sure I'm clean. He bathed me. He clothed me. You see, you become incapacitated for a while. And he used to tell me he's afraid of blood. But I was surprised. At that time, I had 3 pipes draining some fluids and blood from my body.
Yes.
But he was the one who was administering that.
Yeah.
The person who said,
there's a machine that's forever running.
yes.
Yes, Roger.
But he said he is afraid of blood. But at that moment, he was no longer afraid. One day, those pipes were blocked. He didn't mind. He just went in and unscrewed them and unblocked them. And I was like...
It's called love. It's called love. It does that to you.
Yeah. So he's still there.
So you right now, your state of mind, what is it? We're all included. Work, love, and everything else. Because your story is broken down into different chapters of your life.
Yeah.
How do you define this chapter?
This one, I define it as I have arrived.
Okay, that sounds big. Sounds big and new. As in like,
I feel like I have arrived, really, looking at the journey that I traveled, looking back at some people that I know who passed on, people that I've been with, same class, who some of them could not even go through matric. Some, they are still my friends. I still communicate with them. Some, they started working before I work.
Because you struggled to get your job.
You see?
Yes.
And when I look at them, they still yearning to get where I am.
Yeah.
So in my own level, I know when people say they have arrived, sometimes is when they stay in those suburbs where they enter with fingerprints. I'm still staying in Atteridgeville.
Sharp.
My gate is not even having a remote control. I get out of the car
and push it.
And
open.
I push it. And
Yes.
I push it. But still, I feel like I have arrived.
Yeah.
Because I even have a gate.
That's it. Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
And turning 50 for me, that's what I'm saying. I have arrived, having 2 kids who all graduated their first degrees.
Wow.
This year in May, my son on the 27th is graduating his LLB. Already he graduated BCom
Law. Yes.
And my daughter is graduating her honors. He's serving articles.
Yeah.
And when I look at them, I just feel like this is an achievement. Whatever that we were talking about, for me, they come last.
Yes.
It's achievement because as a person who worked in schools and trying to support learners with difficulties, some of the difficulties are discipline. We have a condition called opposition defiance disorder.
Okay.
Opposition?
Yes.
Opposite. So if you tell that learner to sit down, they will stand up.
Oh, boy.
If you say stand up, they do everything
There's
opposite.
an opposite, yes.
Yeah. So you have to understand so that you tell them that opposite. And when they do the opposite is what you want
That's
them.
what you want.
You want them to do.
Oh, boy.
We have...
It's a skill.
Yeah, we have children with discipline problems. I once came to Randburg to find a school where they are accommodating children from the age of 13 who have behavioral problems. And now looking at my kids, especially my son, I was always afraid that boys get into drugs, get into drinking. But when I look at him, I just feel blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's one voice of reason person.
Thank you. His reasoning, academic material.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
turn it in.
So-
His questioning, turn it in.
Yeah. So when I say I have arrived, I'm including that.
Yeah.
Because some young parents like me, especially who had children at a very young age, they don't see what I'm seeing in my kids. Some of the parents, as we speak, their children are arrested. Some, they are struggling in facilities.
That's it.
And I'm not experiencing that. And some, when that happens, they will blame the fact that there's no father figure.
Of course.
Those were my fears to say, I'm raising these kids by myself.
Have the dads played a role?
No.
None.
None.
Have you gone back to dad number 1?
I once did. I even introduced my daughter to him after knowing that this might have...
Oh, they met?
They met, but unfortunately, after they met, I think they met only twice, he passed on.
Oh, no.
Yes.
What did he embrace that experience? How did he take it? Remember, he's the one that said, "What do you want? You want to your life."
Funny enough, even when I arrived at his home that time, bringing the child, he thought I want some rituals to be done. Maybe he started by saying, "What do you want? Do you want any ritual?"
Wow. Okay.
And I said, "No. I just brought your daughter to see you."
Do they have a resemblance? I always wonder.
They look alike. All my kids, they don't look like me. They look like their fathers.
Oh, no.
Funny enough.
Yes.
And one day I got very sad when my son said to me, "Mama, you know, when I go around the malls, sometimes I feel like I meet my father several times, but because I don't know him anymore."
Oh, no. So they don't have a relationship with the son?
No. I can't even remember the sound of his voice. So meaning, even if he is somewhere around where I am.
That's second born.
Yeah, talking.
Yes.
I cannot recognize that my father is talking because I don't know his voice.
But don't they have a relationship at all?
Not at
Never cultivate. Because remember, when you separated and divorced, the kid was around.
Was around.
So he left.
He left.
And never came back.
And I even bought the child a phone. My ex-husband still have my phone number. I didn't change the phone number. And I bought a child phone and I said, "If you want to speak to your boy,
There.
you can come." He just came, I think, a few times immediately after the divorce. He stopped coming. But funny enough, when my child was doing matric, when the matric results were released, he phoned me and he requested for the statement. And I didn't even question why, what. I just shoot a picture. I sent it to him.
Did he react?
He just said, "Thank you."
And that was it. That was it.
I'm one person. Certain things I don't question.
No, of course, 100%. I think your reaction was positive, was perfect.
Yeah.
What I'm shocked about is that he did nothing else since then.
Linda, I was hoping, since you
got them here.
You got him here. Let me take over.
And it's not even a financial question. It's more the connection with the son. And wow.
For me, it was even like, I just need him to be there. I remember when my son needed to circumcise. I invited him to say, our boy because he's the one who came to me, "Mom, I want to circumcise."
He brought it up.
Then I said, "Let me phone your father." The father promised to come. He never came.
Yeah, that always frustrates me.
And I had to go work outside Pretoria. I had to call my mother. My mother had to be the one taking care of my son during that period.
And you're saying you have fairly well-balanced kids. They are okay.
Very okay.
Yeah.
And I don't even hear them complaining. My son always says, you are the father, you are the dad, you are everything, we are fine.
Yeah, I've heard that. Do you know, I can go on with you for long because your work is so extensive. Your life is so amazingly interesting. And there's a subject I have here and I look at it as like, man, once we start, we're going to be here for another hour. Because you've explored African language in the learning and teaching of mathematics.
Yes.
And I know because Professor Bamokgeti Phakeng has done the same in a different way, of course, of the use and application and all of that. What did you find when you looked at teaching mathematics in African languages? Because you didn't only look at South African languages. Yes.
The thing is, with maths, it has its own language. There are certain terminologies which is totally difficult to bring in our language. And what is a barrier? You find a teacher who herself or himself is struggling with these concepts because we are saying from foundation phase they need to teach with these African languages or mother tongue. But these teachers, when they went to the institutions of higher learning, they were taught in English. They were not taught. And the material that they have, the material comes with the different language. And that is how the difficulty become. Like, even when they want to mention things like square, they will just square.
They would Yeah, they would borrow the word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then anxiety. Yeah, or I want to do it right. I'm supposed to be teaching in mother tongue. By the way, what do we call a triangle? Oh, kudlotaro. Then that delays the whole thing, because as a teacher, you can't even flow.
No.
And these learners, some of these words you are saying in class, they never hear them anywhere else except here in the class.
Yes.
When they go out, they hear triangle. But when they get into the class,
Kudlotaro. Yeah.
then it is very difficult. I like there's a research I did on Reggio Emilia, which is in Italy. What they focus on, they say children have got their own language. There was a guy who came up with the concept 100 languages of children. Then they start to learn the language of the child before we bring this more mother tongue, more African language. They say you must first understand the language of this child.
Yeah.
It helped me because sometimes I look at children, and when you go to TikTok, there are some things that you can watch about kids. There was one with the twins. I think they were triplets. They had to enter, and there was a barrier. So the other one tried and stood there and cried.
I think I saw it.
You saw that one.
Video, yes.
So already you see the language.
The differences, yes.
Yeah, you see the language.
Yeah.
And that other one who just went through,
figured it out
easily,
and then went through.
there and started eating. But the other one, those who struggled, the two of them, he tried to help the other one to say, let's eat together.
Yeah.
Then already that is the language the children are communicating. So before we even bring our own language to say we have this language, we are teaching these children, do we understand their inborn language that they have? And that's why later we say children have tantrums. This child have moods.
That's what we call these things.
We now start to label them.
It's our misunderstanding of their language.
Yes.
Wow.
And this language, they displayed very early before they can utter any word.
Jeez.
Those young ones there, they were not even talking.
But they were not. But we could see the differences in their interpretation of the same situation.
Yeah.
Amazing, eh? Amazing.
Then they say, children have 100 languages.
Yeah.
One child can have 100 languages.
We can talk forever, Prof. Thank you so much. I think you're special. I wish you well on your birthday.
Thank you so much.
I wish it's a great celebration. I'm not big on birthdays. I don't make a big deal of it, and I'm very lucky that I have a son who was born on the same day as me. So at least now I have a reason
to celebrate
a birthday, even if it's not mine. Yeah. But I am grateful that you came here. I'm grateful you reached out and we had this conversation, because I realized there's so many subject matters because you've done research on so many things, and most of it is published stuff.
Yeah.
And I look at it as like, this is terrible. Blind. So that's why I say keep pushing and keep advocating for inclusive education. I think for me that's the part of your life that is exciting, and keep pushing for all of us to collectively recognize the need to transform a lot of these spaces, particularly education of a black child and a black child's access to technology. And also because we can talk AI all we want. There's 80% of our people who've never seen it. They don't even know what we're talking about.
Yes.
And for me, how do we coexist in a world like that and say we are all one community of humans, and yet there are people who've never even heard what you're saying at all? Yeah. Which is why when SABC said to me, we would like to publish your stuff on SABC, I was excited for one reason only, that finally a lot of people are going to see this, not just the community, that technology.
I've seen that, and I've heard you when you even say, you are doing this so that people can tell their stories.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And people can relate. And I'm also doing this because I know even my grandchildren will see this.
Find this.
To say, if they are struggling in life, they will relate and say, my grandmother pulled through. Why?
There it is. Yeah, that's the story. Go and check it out.
Yeah.
There's an aunt of mine who sent me a text yesterday to say, wow, your father would be so proud to see you doing these things.
Yeah.
She doesn't know I've been doing them for the past 7 years.
Now, because it's on TV.
Exactly. Yeah. She finally gets to see them. Prof.
And I really wish you all the best. And I must really thank Shampoo because...
Oh, he was the connection.
Although it was my dream, but
yes.
yeah. And I tell people they think I work hard. And I said to them, I work hard, I also play hard. That is why you'll find me in sports every week. Or every month, I can say you'll find me in a comedy show.
That's how you got to see Shampoo.
Yes, and I even drive to Emperor's Palace. Wherever there's comedy show I can go,
wow.
I go.
Yes.
Because laughing also, it refreshes me.
That's great.
And I must say, another show that I attended at Emperor's Palace where it was one-man show for Jazz Buddha.
Okay, yes. You even know them so well.
When Jazz Buddha talked about his cancer, he gave me closure. Wow. Why I have cancer. But that can be an episode for another day.
All on its own. I wish you well, and I wish you great health for another 50 years.
Yeah, no, I say to myself, I'm not even saying I'm a survivor. I'm saying I'm a conqueror.
Yes.
So even this cancer, I'm conquering it.
My mom lived with it for 35 years. So I know it never goes away.
Yeah.
It's only a year or so before she passed on that she said, wow, they say I'm free of this thing now.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. She didn't live long enough to enjoy her freedom from cancer. But I wish you well, ma'am. Thank you so much. And say hi to the kids.
Will do.
And the new partners. Come on,
no, he must not.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sharp. Wow, if you watched until here, you might as well subscribe, eh?
Yeah.
King David Studio Podcast.